Tell you something now, you are quieter than me on the graph, but I don't give a fuck.
Well, you can turn me up later, can't you?
No, what happens is people, like I've said, when this GarageBand saves this,
Yeah.
the final trick that it does, it auto levels.
Oh, okay.
So people will just have to turn the cunt up. I'm ready, mate, before I literally...
Yeah, we should...
I'm going, mate, whether this works... Right, put it this way. If this fails from here, done.
Done. Just calling it quits,
I'm going to jump off the fucking bridge.
Do you have one?
I can get to a bridge.
Is there like... if I need a bridge.
Is the bridge high enough? Is the bridge high enough that'll kill me?
No, I mean, like, in where we are...
There is... I can get to a bridge, right, that will... It's onto the main A38 dual carriageway that services Nottingham and Derby. It's about 40 foot high. The fall wouldn't kill you, but if you dropped onto the front of a lorry oncoming, that'd pretty much sort it, I think.
What morbid conversation.
Mate, do you not think I've thought of that? Do you think like I'm not being that accurate because I've just pulled it out of my fucking head? Start. Releases. I'm fine. I'm writing my fucking... I haven't even got my fucking pen going. What we been? Questions. We've got a few questions because I think we'll need them this week because I don't think we're going to fucking have much to talk about. Right, are we fucking ready?
I think we might be.
I can't cope. I'm ready to just fucking... You could actually put your microphone a bit closer though, to be fair.
Could I?
Oh, wait a minute. Are you on that? Please tell me just to round this day off. You're not on these fucking headphones, are you?
No, I'm on the Yeti.
Right. Just move it a tad closer if you can.
Shall I turn?
Not too...
Yeah, hang on.
You know what you're...
Shall I bring it around the other side of the TV?
No, listen. Let me just tell you, right?
Shall I put it there?
This is what you do. Pretend I'm moving my Yeti to you, right? And I want to gather up. This is what you do. I'm just going to move... No, watch me on camera. This is what you do.
It's all right. Just turn me gain up a tad.
Right. If I was moving the Yeti, I would put my hand here and move it look like this with me sat here. You do this. You go, let me just move the Yeti. So I can't test fuck all because you've got closer to the mic.
Oh, wow.
5 seconds. Do you want to go?
Yep,
3,
do it.
2, 1. Hi everybody, here we are for an exciting episode of Cranky Gamers UK. It is episode 496.
So false. So false.
Mate, why are we laughing? The reason we've been sat here probably close to an hour, I would fucking say now.
It's Tuesday, maybe?
We've had major audio problems. I'm not even going to go into it. We've sat here for an hour trying to fuck about. And I think I've kind of fixed it. So I'm just going to give you a heads up. Apologies ahead of time if the audio levels are a bit off or there's a slight anomaly. To be honest, I'd actually say tough shit at the minute because I'm past caring because you literally was about 30 seconds away from not getting any show because both of us, I think, were ready to murder each other and sling shit through the window. Let's go. I need to take a deep breath because that's why we was laughing. We've gone from fixing it to starting in about 10 seconds. I'm grabbing my phone because fuck me. Here we go. Right, boys and girls, we're back here this week. Let's get going.
What are we doing? What's this?
A podcast, I think.
Oh, is it a podcast?
Yeah, so anyway, right, guys, I'm going to tell you a few things, and I don't think there's much gaming content, not from me certainly this week, because I've just still balls deep in Borderlands. I've touched a few I can talk about, and I've got a few lined up that's kind of going to be in my ballpark this week as well. So what I'm going to say first, and we're carrying on the little bit of a story of my fucking life being a shithole at the minute, as everybody keeps trying to message me and saying, oh, you're all right, because things keep going wrong for you a bit, don't they? As the stories unfold in the last month, my life's literally gone from bad to worse to shit to disaster. And you may think, surely it's finished. Toz, surely it's got to be finished now. No. The big one arrived last week, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. Ricky's fully aware of it. New Zealand are currently beating Canada 63-0 at the rugby, by the way.
Is that still
World Cup's not even halfway through, mate.
No, but I mean, like, time of day.
The time, because it's in Japan, this time, it just finishes about now, the last match.
Oh, right, okay.
It starts about 8 o'clock in the morning. They normally do about 3 or 4 till midday. Anyway, let's get on. So you could be asking yourself, Toz, what could be worse than last week with your shop too and everything going to shit? Well, Oh, yeah, I know. I think, what did we start? We started with my iMac breaking, smashed. I keep staring at it now.
Yeah.
My fucking shop 2 thing went to shit. I'm sure there was something else big that went off. That it's just now just lining up after one thing after another. I pass caring. So this week, I'm not going to go into too much details, but it's kind of twofold. I've had a bit of I've had some really fucking bad news that's still ongoing, but I think we're getting there, and I want to thank community for this. And I'm not going to be able to go into too much detail, like I said. It's a bit private, but I want to let you guys know just to say, like, my week does keep getting worse. So I got... on Monday morning, and don't you just love Monday mornings when you've just bright and breezy?
Yeah.
My mail arrives, and
you're like,
come on, let me have a shower. Let me put my coffee on.
If you notice, you only whistle when you're happy, don't you?
You do. You know, you're not going to whistle when you're fucking unhappy.
No,
but you're not going to.
Yeah, try whistling when you're sad.
What?
Like, oh god.
Yeah, but anyway.
My family's dead.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So you wouldn't whistle. Yeah, you only whistle when you're happy, don't you?
Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, let's carry on.
I'm not whistling now.
No, I'm not, and let's get to it. So, Monday morning, I've got up, like Ricky says, bright and breezy, into the bathroom. I usually check my printers if my printers are running, that they're not burning down. I'm still alive and breathing. So I check my printer room, go in the bathroom, do my shit, teeth and all that, wash job, t-shirt, kitchen, kettle, do my I either have an instant coffee in the morning, or if I'm a bit bright and breezy, I go the whole fucking hog and get the 200 quid machine out and make a proper fucking coffee. But to be honest, I'm not going to lie, first thing in the morning out of bed, you kind of don't feel like that because it is a bit of a regime. It's fucking beans and grind and milk. And I'll just have an instant for now to wake me up. I'll have one later. That's normal. So just as I'm in the kitchen, I hear the mailbox go. I will reiterate, I get very little mail, actual physical mail. And most mail I do get, and this is why I'm not... A lot of people like mail dropping through the box because it might be a bit of good news. It might be something good. It might be a game. It might be this, that, and the other. I've got to say that when I get mail through my door, there's a fucking very high percentage it's not going to be good. You know what I mean? That's just the way that it is. So, like I said, all the shit that I've had happen this week, let me just tell you into this. So I get some mail, I picks it up, and I opens it up. What was it? As I said, I'm going to tell you the story because I think it's a relevant story that leads me to... basically, let's see how good the internet is again, but we'll come to that later on. So I opened this letter, and it's actually an official court letter. And it's the ones where Ricky's favourite TV programmes could get involved. You know,
that's the one, isn't it?
That's it, mate.
Yeah,
now, I actually thought this letter was fake, and I actually spent the first hour trying to find out if this was actually true. Now, what it's for, and I will just say this, and it's all I'm saying, it's actually for something that wasn't mine. So that's all I'm going to say about the matter. This actual problem was not my problem. It's because it's tied to my fucking name, and that's all I'm saying, just to move the story on. So I spent an hour, because I'll tell you why. Now, I've seen court letters, not my own, I may add, but you know when you get an official court letter, they come in a brown envelope, and they've got an official court, like, crest on the top of the letter that's like the official court of that, you know, because it's all government run, you know, it's proper job. It's not bullshit. So first of all, it's in a white envelope. So I'm, like, questioning it. Second, it's, like, got a court stamp that's literally like a kid's fucking toy black stamp that just says court on it. And I'm thinking, this just does not look right. There's no heading, and I'm thinking, what the fuck's this? But because it's mentioning Ricky's favourite TV programme, it kind of perks you up a bit, because we're now getting like, well, hang on a fucking minute. Is this... So, long story short, and then we'll get to the crux of it. And like I say, I'm not going to go too deep. I actually ended up ringing the court that was on the form. Spoke to a wonderful lady. Never been in any trouble like this before. I was totally shocked. I was getting a bit worried, because it's like a shock to your system. First thing Monday morning, that wakes you up. You don't need fucking coffee. Lovely woman on the other end, and she actually asked me to give a number that was on it. Now, I read the number, and she actually said, "Well, I haven't got full details here, but I can confirm this is authentic." So then you're thinking, "Fuck me." And it was for a considerable amount of money, not going to lie. Well, it depends what I consider a reason.
No, it was.
No, it was. Yeah, it was a good... Mate, put it this way. It was a big chunk for me. It's like I'm in trouble. There's no way I can raise this kind of money, kind of. So long story short, I ended up having to ring solicitors that are dealing with it. I talked to 2 people on there that was just... One was brilliant. One was fucking useless. But it's led to me trying to sort this severe problem out, and I've only got a certain amount of time to do it. Now, I'm going to say at the end, from the very worrying beginning, I'm pleased to say where I'm stood right now, I have received fucking loads of help from friends, family, and everybody that knows about this. And I'm just going to say right now, the wheels are turning, and it's kind of just been sorted out. I'm just waiting for 100% written confirmation. I've been told in an inbox message from their system that something's been agreed, and I have had great help from certain community members and friends and things like that. So first of all, you know you are out there, the few people that's helped, and I just want to say that's how my week started. And as I say, I think it's ongoing, but I just want to say this, right? And then this leads me on to, and I'm not giving these much coverage either because it's all they deserve, but it's not reared its ugly head for a while. And what people often question, do you really get real shit emails and messages and stuff? A lot of people don't kind of think it's true. So I'm going to paint you the picture of that Monday. So at that point in time, I am in trouble. I've got a really big debt over my head that needs to be paid within a certain amount of time, or I'm going to start losing shit. So I've gone on stream and people are saying you look down and shit, and I've basically given them like a bit of an idea. And so I've got all the other shit that's gone off as well. I've had money problems that's been fucking trying to sort out. I've had things break and smashed. Like you know, guys, my week recently has been bad. And it came to this head. So I'm not going to lie, at that point in time on the stream about 11 o'clock at night, I actually stopped the stream because I just said, guys, I'm not up to it. And I wasn't. I was literally not even concentrating, not even thinking. A lot of shit were going wrong. So then I stopped the stream and said, thank you, I'll be back tomorrow, as I normally do. So here's what happened within the next 10 minutes. And this is all I'm going to say, but I just want to give you a fucking heads up. This is how people work, by the way. So I've literally...
This is what you're going to tell, what you told me yesterday.
I am going to tell you, mate, because it needs saying, because I want people to know. It's disgusting, but hey-ho. I wasn't going to say the actual name, but I'm going to, because I think it needs saying of what kind of shit I put up with. So I went in the kitchen, made a coffee, and what I do when I finish stream, I have my coffee, I switch down, I relax, put YouTube on, and I pick my phone up to check my emails and thank people for stream viewers. I get a pop-up for a new follow on Twitter. Now, normally, I don't notice them, but right now, I'm actually close to 1,500 followers, which is kind of landmarkish. So every time I get one, I kind of take a bit more notice. So I noticed this new follow, and I thought, and it caught my eye, and I thought, oh, I'll just go and have a look at this, because normally I like to know who it is. It's either, I must admit, most of my followers now are 3D print related or gaming related, and that's what they are. So if it's gaming related, I like to see what people are following me for, like if they've got their own podcast or if they do their own stuff or they're a streamer. And that's the kind of stuff I do. So I saw this one pop up and it didn't register in my brain. And then I sat down with my drink, got my phone out and looked at it. And this is what I was bearing in mind after all the shit that's just happened. Now, this person had to be in the stream. Had to be. That it just had to be. Because that it wouldn't warrant just making this up from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? And what happened was, so I've got this follow, and I take more notice of it. Now, when I clicked the account, it still didn't register. Stupid me. I've got a lot going on in my head. But then I get the trigger points. You start to notice a few weird things. And here's the weird number one thing that you see first of all. They've got no followers. They only follow me that they've just followed. So it's literally one that you're following. And no followers. They've literally just made that account because the date's on it. Yeah. Then I noticed the name, and if you want to know what kind of shit I have to put up with, this is what it was. It was, the name of the account was Ben_E_cheat1. So read that quickly, you'll kind of get the account it was. But in the synopsis was the kicker. Is fat and lazy an illness? That is the account that was created to follow me. Now, I didn't. I just blocked them. I didn't report them. Looking back, I should have reported them.
So it's terrible.
It's disgusting. I've actually got a friend who's a policeman on Twitter. And since we've had all the crap happen in the last year or so, 2 years, he's actually told me to collate all this information with pictures and everything and keep it in a folder, because his actual job is dealing with this exact thing in the place where he works. Yeah. So he's a friend on Twitter, he's a policeman, and he deals with this. So I'm letting you know, and everybody else, for the last 2 years, anybody that's done this kind of thing, I have taken photographic evidence of everyone, date stamps, and put it in a folder, and it's waiting. Now, I'll just say this, and it's not I'm just telling you the God's honest truth. The person in question, the policeman in question, has said, what you've told me and what you've showed me, I can tell you now you have grounds to prosecute people. But I don't do it, because I'm not that fucking person. You know what I mean? I am a normal person that just would not go out the way to do that. But I just want you, I know what yours, because it disgusted you as you were like, and you're the most timid guy on earth, and even you was like, mate, this is fucking wrong.
It is.
It's just not on, guys. And I made a statement, and you can take this how you want to do, but when you see people on the internet like suicidal and doing themselves in because they've had stupid shit happen online, I want to throw it out there. People that do this for whatever reason they're doing it for, whether it's for shits and giggles or just to be a dick, I'm telling you now, from a person that's in this situation, you need to reel the fuck in. Because I'm telling you, I don't think you realise what you're doing. It might be shits and giggles, and it might be nice to put, oh, look what I've put on Twitter.
Yeah.
You not even have a clue what you're doing.
Go and talk to your friends and get them
social
to go woohoo.
Yeah, use the fucking social network for what it's supposed to be for, to be a friendly environment. It's awful, mate. But I've just let it out there because I want people...
We have a voice box. We have a platform to point them out.
Do this for fun, mate, as well.
You can hide behind your keyboard, you little fucking weasel.
Even Ricky's upset.
Yeah, well, fuck it. I don't give a flying motherfuck. I'll never meet this person ever, and if they do, they fucking wish they hadn't.
Well, that's...
Ow! Fucking hand! Right, actually, don't meet me. I've got... Only come and meet me in 2 weeks when my hand gets better, all right?
What I will say, I'm bringing it out there because I think people need to be aware of the kind of shit that is going on out there. But I will say one final thing, and then we'll get to the proper shit of the gaming stuff, that we're here for fun.
Exactly.
What I will say, I've never come so close to deleting my Twitter account as that night.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I was actually on the delete button. I was on the actual page. Now, anybody that listens to this show, is a friend of the show and likes this show, knows that Twitter is a massive lifeline to me. Yeah. I love the thing. I love interacting.
Isn't it, as well?
I love interacting with people. I love interacting with people that enjoy the stuff we do, the messages that we get that are positive. I fucking love it. I don't get much contact, end of. Yeah. But I had my finger on the delete button because I actually sat there that night.
Yeah, but you've probably had about, over the last couple of months, since we've been picking this back up, since gaming's picked back up, we've had so many nice messages. It takes one, doesn't it, to tumble the rest.
This is my point. This is another great point.
All the time.
A great point you bring up. I get thousands of messages saying, Toz, don't listen to him, block him. Now, I'm going to say this. For somebody who probably gets one of them a year, it's a very simple thing to do. But every human being's got a breaking point. And you've got to think that I received that kind of message this week on top of probably the worst month I've ever had. And I've got a lot of important shit going through my mind that's a lot worse than fucking social media. So when you get something like that happen, it magnifies it 1,000%. Yeah. And I actually sat and thought, you know what? If I delete Twitter now, I've no way of interacting with these people, and it solves the problem.
Yeah.
It just solves the problem. Because I don't use Facebook, because that's even worse than fucking Twitter. And if I deleted
Twitter, at least Facebook is people you kind of know.
Facebook, mate, I will tell you now, over the last 5 years, Facebook's been worse than Twitter. 1,000,000 times worse.
Well,
because you've got to realise is, and this is a big point that you should realise, Facebook has your family on it and it has your friends on it. So whenever there is negativity on there, they're going to see it.
Well,
and that's
but no, it's only in these stupid private groups, isn't it? That's the thing.
But you're still tagged. You know what I mean? You're still going to get tagged in it. They still notice. But it's saying anyway. Look, bottom line, guys. I just thought I'd bring it up. We've not had it for ages. Like Ricky said, we've had a shit ton of positive feedback in the last month. Even Ricky's commented on it, and
I don't get any.
That's it.
And I might have one.
Oh, yeah, you've had a few niggles in the last few months. You got upset with.
I mean positivity.
Oh no, you do, mate. You've got to think when anybody leaves positivity on my Twitter account, it's aimed at both of us.
Exactly.
The fact that they don't put you is because they don't know your fucking Twitter handle half the time. That's the point.
It's just ignorance to not learning Russian. If you ask me.
Listen, only Ricky could do that, fucker. That's about all I'm saying about that. Anyway, let's get on with what we're here for, guys. Gaming. Like I said, and I've been hammering Borderlands, and I have hit level 34. I've just killed my second vault last night. Nice. That game, mate, is fucking game of the year. Nothing so far is going to beat that for my game of the year. But I had a bug in it late last night on the stream, and I'll talk about that later when I'm talking about gaming. A very strange bug that was annoying, and I was actually panicking that it had broke. And I thought, if this is broke at level 34, like 30 hours in, there's going to be incidents. Yeah, mate, I won't rule it the way my fucking week's gone. Anyway, my Switch. I will be streaming. This is all I'm going to say about this. I will be streaming properly very soon. I know I've been saying it for weeks, but I have got so much going on. I'm going to set my Elgato up properly again. I'm going to do full console streaming, and I'm going to be streaming some Switch. People have asked me to do Switch. I've got a thing ongoing that's in the background that I'm going to be able to stream Switch. When it comes, we'll be there. Because I'll tell you what I've done. I'm now actually deciding to put Zelda on hold because I want to stream the rest of it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to go back to Zelda at the minute. I'm on the 3rd dungeon boss, I think I am, last time I remember. And I'm going to go back, stream it when I can, which is going to be in a few weeks, and then I'll be streaming that because I think and plus there's Luigi's Mansion 3 coming soon, so I think
not far, is it?
Streaming game, yeah, that's a couple of weeks. So anyway, I've also played some Puzzle Quest. I think Rick is going to mention, and also what's the fucking full title of that stupid game that on your system, the Three Asses bullshit?
Oh, what? Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I will be talking about Fire Emblem later on, but I wouldn't sit down. I'll just hold on to it, but we'll come to that later on. Also, gaming, Realm Royale's had its patch update yesterday. I have not. This is why I'm bringing it up. It's had the next Battle Pass update, you know, like the monthly Battle Passes they've done. Big update yesterday. They've added a new skill. There's now 3 skills you can use. They've added a couple of things. They've added cross-play with everybody. I noticed that on the PlayStation yesterday. They've got a new battle pass with all some cool new shit. They're always taking it down a route of like a specific like theme. And this theme looks a bit robotic, and the final actual mount is really cool. You're like sitting inside a mini mech, and it looks pretty cool. I think I will go back and
mechs in Fortnite.
Well, they did have, and they've removed them. That was the controversial giant mech that was killing everybody in seconds, and everybody lost their mind.
All right, I'm missing the point. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, they had them, mate. They were terrible. They were ruining the game. Even the big like streamers were saying you're killing the game, and then they finally bowed down after about a good month of everybody moaning and said we've removed them. Which I watched some videos of them, and I've got to say I don't think I've ever seen a more. I'll give you an example. Let's pretend me and you went into Fortnite tomorrow, and we was good at it, half decent. Not saying like ninja class, good. We'd walk into this new game with this mech. We'd be running around the fields trying to kill people, and you find them. All of a sudden, 2 people would be sat in this fucking giant mech that's like 100 foot high. It can fire heat-seeking rockets at you, and it can jump in the air and destroy all buildings, all houses that you're in, and any buildings that you make. It was literally destroying people in seconds. And it was like... And everybody moaned, but it's gone. So there you go. But I will probably jump back on Realm this weekend, coming for about an hour. A few people showed interest on one of my streams last week, because I've been streaming Borderlands like fucking for a good 2 weeks now, and everybody's still enjoying it. The rooms are good. Just quickly going back to that crash that I was saying earlier. I was trying to stream yesterday and it crashed.
Yeah.
5 times, right? And went to blue screen, and I'll describe exactly later what it did. It was mad.
Blue screen? What, on the PS4?
PS4, mate, fucking proper. Boom. Sierra blue screen.
So there's a PC underneath the hood then.
You know the Sierras you get? It takes you back to the blue front end with the Sierra. PlayStation Sierra. Everybody's had them in the time. When the game just crashes, the screen's blue and there's a writing, error, You will have, you won't pay attention.
Nah.
I know. What can I say? What else? I'm just flicking through my notes as I quickly did them this morning. Yeah, Realm, and there was something else as well. Oh, the game I've installed on my Switch to play today, and I didn't think I could talk about it, but I think it's actually on the store today, so I can. And that's that Phileas Fogg game that you was talking about yesterday. That fly, by the way, is still flying around this flat. The story of the fly. I have a fly that's been going around my flat for 5 fucking days. It's that long, I'm thinking of charging it rent, but it is driving fucking insane. And when I'm streaming at night, it's landing on my nose and it's landing on my heart, and I'm thinking, fuck. And I've just been sat here in front of my iMac, and it's just flew straight in front of me.
Right.
And it's taking the piss. It had got a banner behind it saying, woohoo. Anyway.
Again.
TV, and I thought, mate, was you not brought up as a child? What, to believe that flies only live 24 hours?
No.
It was one of these myths that I always believed as a kid. Whenever you see a fly, my mum used to say, oh, don't worry, it's only here for a day, it'll be dead tomorrow. And I believed that for fucking years. This prick's been in my flat for 5 days. It'll have an ass somewhere in fucking suitcases. TV and movies. Do you know there is a brand new Sky channel starting this weekend that a few people have actually messaged me, and I knew it was coming because fucking Sky don't half love an advertisement. And you know they're having a dedicated channel that starts on Sunday, I think, or maybe Saturday. Do you know what it is?
What for?
Sky Crime is the channel, and they are going to be doing full 24-hour crime documentaries right through.
That's right.
Brand new Sky channel, yep. And I've got to admit, the first program it shows is a 6-parter that looks really good, and it's all available at once on catch up as well. So Sky Crime, I don't know what number it is, guys, but just look on your planner. It starts this weekend, and I've got to say I'm looking forward to it because I mean, let's be honest, we know Sky can be dicks, but they do make good shit. And if they're doing a dedicated crime channel, I think it's going to be half decent. I will say this. As a massive avid crime viewer of every fucking program known to man, I hope they don't have stuff on there that's repeats. Do you know what I mean? Like dragged up. Because I want new content. But anyway, I'm looking at the TV at the minute where the Chicago Bears are about to play the Raiders at Tottenham's ground.
Talking of sort of crime, have you done much Sword and Scale recently?
I haven't watched Sword and Watch. I haven't listened
on it, isn't he? He's back.
Mate, I won't listen to it because I've done research on him and he's literally a prick.
Yeah, he's got a bit
of epic purport. He has got serious problems, mate. That man, as who does that show, because he's got a lot of fans, and some people might say you sound a bit two-faced, Toz. You've been people fucking calling you, but I'm just being realistic. That this guy, you've only got to go and look at his name and the amount of bad shit about him, and they always say that. You know, there's a lot about it, isn't it? And he even stopped the show. You told me he stopped the show because of some.
He went off it, didn't he? He was getting.
And it was something serious as well, weren't it?
Yeah, was it death threats he was getting? I don't know what he was.
No. He actually said something on one of. He said something on one of his shows, like detrimental to women or something, really bad.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
He went fucking mental, and he had to leave. But he's a very weird, strange character, and I've stopped listening to it, mate, out of principle. I just didn't like the bloke, and there was too much bad shit about him, mate, not to have an ounce of truth in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. In fact, there was a lot of stuff. And I've got to admit, I don't know. The shows were okay.
Yeah,
there was some good
they
ones.
Were very 50-50, weren't they? I mean, some were brilliant.
There was a lot of try. Yeah, and you could tell what he was. When he got popular, he was looking for filler, weren't he? That's the kind of thing I got across. He was like literally looking for a lot of filler. Like you said, you'd get a gem episode in the middle of a lot of crap. By the way, fucking Oakland Raiders are training at the Watford fucking training ground. It's mad to see American football in England, don't you think? Tickets for the Chicago Bears game are still available, by the way. They are £103, and me and Ricky were going to go. And no, we weren't. That's bullshit. pays £100 a ticket. Fuck me, man.
That's
Anywho,
money, isn't it? That's a lot of money.
it is, mate, for a ticket for it. All right, I know you can say, if you are going to spend £100 on a decent event, you're going to one of the best stadiums in the world. You are watching a sport that lasts 3 to 4 hours, so you are kind of your money's worth. It's not an hour and a half football, so I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
You don't even get an hour and a half football, do you? They've done studies, and it's about 60 minutes.
60 minutes, actually. I think it's 58 minutes is the official time that the ball is on the field of play. Yeah, which is just fucking stupid. But American football is, you get your money's worth, and I'm watching it now. The trade, it's fucking. I'd love to go though, but Tottenham's grand. We won't mention Tottenham. We won't destroy the Spurs fans after we watched football last night. That was fucking unbelievable. I'm amazed he's still got a job.
Is he not quit yet?
He came out with a statement last night. Apparently, when you'd gone off, because me and Ricky had a really cool night last night. We were Skyping while watching football and having a real good chat. And what happened when the game? We were screaming. We were saying, "Fucking hell, he's going to get sacked tonight." And then when you'd gone, I'd still got it running on the PlayStation. And Gary Lineker were talking. He says we can't have interviews with the manager because there is a meeting going on with all the staff. And I'm sat there thinking, cheerio, cheerio. But no, he's still going. We were giving him a job at Man U, weren't we? We were giving Mourinho a job and everything. Back to the movies and TV. So, the Sky Crime Channel, like I've said, great programme just returned. I've actually watched this before we started recording. Is it in the grave or something? Buried in the Grave or something. It was a series last year that was on. It was set in Britain, where they find like a body in a grave that's been murdered, and that's like the series. Well, brand new series 2 started last night, and I've watched it this morning just before the show, and it's like based in America, this one, and I'm not joking. A young lad and a young girl disappeared in a town, were found in a cornfield, and when they went and found them, they were literally chopped up in pieces. First photo they showed was a torso of one of them. Next picture was a torso of the other one, with no arms, no legs, no head. And it's just like, I'm staring at it there thinking, holy fuck. And then further down into the cornfield, they found 2 arms, and then they found a leg. And I'm like thinking, who the fuck does that? And they were 17 years old, by the way. Disgraceful. And just a bit of another kicker to it, they actually got somebody for it. It was the stepdad of the woman, jailed him, put him on death row. 7 years later, he was exonerated and let go. 2 years after that, which made it 10 years after the crime, they actually got the real people that did the fucker. So that poor fucker, stepdad, has been in prison for 7 years on death row, didn't even do it. Right. It was a good episode. I can't remember what that's actually fucking called. I could put my Sky up and have a look, but it's a good program. You'll know what I'm talking about. I've got to talk about this movie. I've watched one movie this week. Talking of real documentaries and real shit, I knew about this story. I think I actually followed it live on the news. You probably will yourselves because it's pretty recent. Hotel Mumbai is doing the rounds. It's on rentals and all sorts of services. It's the story of the hotel and the Indian terrorist attacks in 2008 when one crazy night, I think 12 things were hit in India. Grenades, fucking rifles, machine guns. And they literally bombed a calf, bombed a train station. And I don't want to sound funny, but train stations in India have got 1 or 2 people in them. You know what I mean? It's like there's not 3 or 4 folks standing on a platform. It's like there's a fucking million people trying to get through one door. Yeah. And 2 men went into there back to back and started spraying AK-47s. There were bodies fucking everywhere. Then they went to this cafe and threw a grenade in it and then started shooting people. Then they went to this Hotel Mumbai, and Hotel Mumbai is a very rich, extravagant hotel in India, 5-star plus, has all the stars staying there and everything. They then went there and fuck me, they killed a shit ton of people. So the Hotel Mumbai is a movie based on that film and that happening. And I've got to say, there were some fucking heroes in that place.
Is it really well done then?
It's really good, mate. I highly recommend it. And it concentrates on the staff more, and I'll tell you why. It puts a statistic up at the end and says half the people that died in this terrorist attack were hotel staff trying to save the customers. Yeah. And there was a waiter in it who was like kind of main part of it. It's the guy you see on the splash screen. Fuck me, man. Hero. Fucking an amazing film. I highly recommend watching it. Hotel Mumbai. Get it watched. A bit gruesome. You know, it's not gruesome. It's a bit brutal. It's a terrorist attack. People are fucking dying. Do you know what I mean? But you do get a sense of feeling because people were running into rooms and like hiding in closets and bathrooms, and they were just walking around these floors, knocking on a door, saying room service. When they opened door, just machine gunning them down. That's what they were doing. After walking into the foyer and just blasting every fucker, they then just went on all floors, knock, knock, room service, dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Women, kids, the fucking lot, mate.
It was in a hotel.
When they shout room service, mate, get ready. I'm going to say one thing about my books. I've just cashed in another book this morning to get a credit because I've finished this is obscene, actually, and I've actually questioned myself. Just this morning, around 11 a.m., I finished my third Jack Reacher book in a week.
That's crazy.
So what I've been doing is I get up in the morning, and from like 10 o'clock in the morning, I leave the audio book playing and literally play it all day. And that's how I've got through 3 books. The reason I've returned a book is because I needed one more credit to go towards my Jeff Harding narration. I think it's the last book that I've got to return, and I've just started a new one this morning, but I'm still loving them. They're still brilliant, and I'll tell you why I'm doing it, because I think this will take me to when his actual new book is released in a few weeks' time. And it sounds a good one, actually. Do you know, quick question. I'm probably going to answer it myself. Because I'm following books like this and shit like this, and I follow Jack Reacher. He releases one every November. Lee Childs is the author. Yep. He's actually based from England. He's from Birmingham, and he actually lives in New York. Very rich man. Top of bestseller lists everywhere.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
He's also getting a TV series of Jack Reacher books very shortly. That's being filmed as we speak. So he's going to be a rich man if he's not already. So, question. I'm following up and looking for this book, this new release. I think it's November the 1st. I think it's the first week in November is the new release of his book.
On Audible or on the...
I'm going to get both, I think. I think I'm going to get hardback and Audible, I think, because credits will take care of themselves, and then I will get the hardback, because I like reading. I've got last year's book right in front of me, and I tell you what, mate, it seems like 2 minutes since I was talking about that. When I think I read it on a Saturday, if you remember. It came on a Saturday morning. I posted pictures. I'd finished it Saturday night. So I like sitting with it. It's good to turn the TV off and have a good book. Recommend doing that.
Yeah.
It is, mate. Shut yourself off, because I have my TV on, mate, 99% of the fucking world's day.
Yeah. Well, that's why the Kindle's the best thing in the world, because it blocks out.
I like books. I like physical.
October 29th.
Is that when it's end of this month? Right.
Blue Moon, it's called. It's $9.99 on Amazon, which will probably make the audio book about a £5 rather than the 50 quid it is.
Well, I'll just use a credit. I'll just use my credit on it. So it's no different to me. I've got the book pre-order. I always do on Amazon. So question, when I've gone looking for the date last month and checking up on it, I'm seeing people already reviewing it. And it's a bit like video game.
Right. Yeah, they got the...
How the fuck do they read that book? Where do they get it? Because I'd love to review books. Mate, I'd love to review books. It'd be great. You know, like get the new Jack Reacher book fucking 3 months before anybody else. Oh, definitely. So there must be a system involved, similar to like I say, video games.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for me. Like I said, not many games this week. We've got plenty of news. Massive news coming up after Rikstar on PlayStation about somebody leaving, and even bigger news on PlayStation Now. My inbox has been on fucking fire. So, to you, right. I'm having a breather drink because I need a grah.
Okay, so I'm in Athens.
Yes, in
right
Greece.
Now. I don't think you mentioned that at the beginning, did you?
So, I didn't, mate, because we were stressed at the beginning, if you remember.
This week's globetrotting has taken me to Greece, where it is stinky hot out there, mate. It is.
Where are you next week? You're going back down to earth with a bump next week.
Leeds.
Leeds. We're in dirty fucking Leeds.
Dirty Leeds. No, dirty Leeds is not dirty because it's dirty. It's dirty because of the football team from the 70s. Am I right?
And winning the Fair Play trophy on FIFA last week, and one of their players gets accused of racism on Friday, just to bring that home. Banging. Good old Leeds. They're nearly as much fun for stories as Derby County. We haven't even spoke about that, have we?
Well, I think it happened last?
Oh, yeah, I think it happened the day we recorded last week, Wednesday night, wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
We'll have to mention. We'll quickly mention it when Ricky's done.
So yeah, I mean, oh man, I'm so tired because I flew out here on Saturday night.
Such a fucking hard life, mate. Sitting in Athens, Greece, at the minute.
Yeah, I flew out Saturday night. I got to the hotel at 4 a.m. Right, which was 2 a.m. UK.
Time's fucked you up, panic, because it's a 2-hour.
Then of course I had to unpack and get into bed. And because you've been travelling, you don't flick out to sleep. You're alert, aren't you? So it took me till 5 a.m. till I could sleep. And I think I only slept till about 9.
So is that 5 a.m. for us,
5
7 a.m.
my time? No. 5 a.m., which was 3 a.m. UK.
Okay.
Then I woke up at 9 a.m. Greece, which is 7 a.m. So I only got about 4 hours. So
Do you change your watches, by the way, when you travel on?
Yeah, I try to, but the problem is my phone's changed, but my watch hasn't synced properly.
Doesn't it not?
My watch is on UK, and I know, but I didn't. Yeah, my watch is on UK, my phone's on Greece, so that's all messed me up. So then I had a bit of a sleep on Sunday, and we had a good old natter, didn't we? Did we watch the football Sunday?
I think I can't remember what we did Sunday. We had a yak. You were like all lonely, weren't you? Like you even now. Ricky doesn't message me often to chat. He's a miserable twat. But honestly, he says, "Mate, do you fancy a chat?" I'm a bit miserable. I thought, oh my god, poor Ricky's sat in a hotel miserable.
Yeah, it was me. It was my wedding anniversary on Sunday. So maybe I needed
made it weird.
As my wife.
Yeah. What about Ricky's wife up that day to talk? Would that not have been a better option?
The what? Sorry,
I say your wedding anniversary and you're feeling a bit down. Would you not want to think it'd have been better to Skype your wife instead of me?
We had like a 10-minute chat and then I spoke to you.
We
had a 4-hour Skype.
I think there's something not quite right there, isn't there? But anyway.
I told you that flowers turned up on Saturday before I left to come to Greece, and me and the wife hadn't a clue where they were from. Or for.
Yeah, but getting it from strangers. Who the fuck's this? What's this?
What have you been doing? So, yeah. Anyway, they turned up, so that was all good. So happy anniversary to the wife. I'll see her on.
Don't let people think you sent them.
But yeah, I did, didn't I?
No, you. They weren't from Ricky, by the way. People don't let him sit there and con you.
I remember signing from them, thinking, who the.
Did you actually give your wife anything for anniversary? We didn't speak about this.
No, we didn't. We forgot. Because I had my suitcase downstairs. I just brought it down.
Forgot.
Yeah, but we've had so much because, of course, last week we had the funeral of a grandmother.
It's in the family, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of took everything out. I got something to say about that because, of course, you have the funeral, and we were at the wake, right? Which wife announced, oh, by the way, you've got to pay for it. Me.
What?
Because everyone's there was a big chip in. There was like, everyone's paying like 70
and you paying for the biggest expensive
thing. Decided to say, well, give us the 70 quid and I'll pay out on the credit card. So I paid for it. And I haven't seen those 70 quid yet. So
where's that money gone?
I think they've all been given to my wife. I think I've got one. One of the aunties gave me a cheque.
So basically your missus is
my wife's name.
All right. She's buggered off with all money. You've got to pay for it.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. So anyway, we're at the wake, and the problem was everyone was butterflying around. It was nice to meet all of the other side of the families. Want my side.
Yeah.
And then there was this one person. Who seemed to sort of want my conversation channel to their own. It was like every time we were in a group, they would stand almost in front of my face. So I couldn't speak to the group.
Oh, mate, he'd pushed on the floor. He would.
Yeah, and it was like so then I sat down and he got a chair and sat right next to me, and then I disappeared out to another room, and then he come out and followed, and it's just like, Jesus. And
what? Why?
And it was just inane bullshit. It really was. It was just.
What age group?
Old. Well.
Older than
20
me.
20 years older. Probably 10 years older than you.
Oh, fuck.
It's just a bit of a pain, but there we go.
So do you think you're doing it for a specific reason or what?
Don't know. I just didn't know many other people either. Whereas I
did you know
other people. Yeah, I know who he was.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I am fully aware, but there's just some people grind you a little bit in life, aren't they?
funerals and wakes are not the best atmosphere for anything, are they? Let's be honest. When did you last go to one that was a fucking fun old time?
Well, yeah, you can't spell it without the word fun, can you? But I certainly ain't
No.
what I like. So anyway, that was the weekend. I flew out here, and I've been here all week. I fly home tomorrow. The thing, right? Doing this.
Yep.
Yeah, doing this for you.
Come on, here we go now. He warned me. Go on, get ready.
For the trolls.
Right. That. Yeah, for the trolls.
We finished a little bit early today, so we finished at 1 o'clock. Right.
Yep.
I could have been on the 8 o'clock flight home tonight.
And
London.
But you decided to stay
in here, and we're going to do this.
Loyal fan.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm here.
Mate, we're feeding the trolls. Just bear with that. Just keep that in mind.
So so that's that's where we are. But, of course, we've had.
So what time are you flying then, mate? To be.
This is the other thing. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, which means I've got to get up at about 4:30 to get a 5:30 taxi, which takes an hour to the airport because I'm an hour away from the airport.
Mm.
So that's 6:30. So that should be enough time to get through border control and all that shit. So maybe I'll get there about 6. He reckons it only take about half hour in 5 o'clock in the morning. But
when are you next out on your travels? And you're back home? What?
Well, I'm in Leeds next week. Then I've got a week at home because the wife's going away. Me and the kids can't wait. We're well looking forward to that.
You can't wait. Let's just listen though. I mean, you want to keep working your schedules in because this is episode 496. 4 episodes times the big 5.
7 is in Leeds. 9.
Yeah.
8.
Go on.
Is in home.
Yeah. Right. So that's
9,
the black one.
I don't know. I think we could do episode 500. I might be in Dubai.
Oh my God, a special from top of Dubai Tower, 7-star hotel.
Yeah, I haven't booked that yet. Do you know what? I've checked out what the client is. You know when you look at Google Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, those Palm Islands that you...
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, man-made thing.
I could walk to that from
Mate, you need to book 2 tickets, 2 rooms, 2 tickets, and I'll join you. We'll have a 500th episode and video the fucker.
Yeah, I've spoken to the client. They say, we're in a place called Internet City. I mean... It don't
gather
work
they've
there.
got internet there.
Where should it work? And it's opposite the BBC. So, banging. Well, that's where I'm going in Dubai.
And that looks like where episode 500 is going to take place.
Yeah, it could well be. So,
and guys, we've still not got anything planned and probably fucking won't. So
so gaming this week's been a bit, because I've done a lot of travel and I've been a bit tired. Of course, I've had a day and a half in a hotel. But we just nattered and chit-chat. I played a lot of
Moat this week than anything.
Yeah.
I've watched him play Pez, and he'll talk about that later. And I'll try not to groan in the background about his mods because he showed me the mods and shit, and it just flies over my head. It really does. There was a fun story though when he was playing the game and winning these games really easy, but we'll save that for later.
No, I'm just getting good at it. That's what it is. You're to get better at a game, aren't you?
I made him check the settings because he won 3 on the trot and it would knocked it down to a fucking easier level.
No, I didn't realise it knocked it down because my previous career mode was high.
I knew it was somewhat fishy, mate, because I've never seen you win on that game yet.
I'm glad I knocked it down.
You're on the fucking thing, man. So that's how bad it is.
So I mean, that is what it is. What else has been going on?
Doing that? Because I'll tell you what, we can bring up a second. Let's just bring quickly about WoW, because my £10 subscription came out this week, and I am cancelling it, guys, because, like I said, if I don't play it twice a week, I'm not paying £10. And obviously now with the money situation that is really bad, like as bad as it can get, kind of, I've got to watch what I'm doing. So I'm going to cancel my WoW at the minute. And you kind of hinted to me yesterday you might be going on that same bandwagon.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
you were still balls deep.
I put it back on this afternoon just before we sort of played a bit of this. Did this and played a bit of WoW.
Did you stay on it?
Yeah, well, it's got me back into it because I've hit level 20 now.
Okay.
So,
but you kind of
I can get the mounts.
These games do that thing, kind of, don't you? You get better at and then you go,
Yeah, you just kind of you go over a little hump, and then suddenly it all opens up a bit more, and you think, "Oh shit, okay, there's another 25 hours of my life gone."
Even if you cancelled that $9.99, we may have another monthly subscription. We could probably spend that $9.99 a month on that. We might talk about later.
It ain't fucking new play, that's for sure. So,
oh God, we've even been on that again. Yeah. No emails, by the way.
No, well, so to quickly wrap that piece up. Of course, Uplay still doesn't work. I can't log in to the app or online.
We tried it on
tried it. I got you to do it, didn't I? On your machine. I even installed a fresh instance of the app because they're all going, "Oh, it's your cookies and it's your fucking your reg edits and all that." But brand new laptop, no recognition of Uplay, still don't work.
And then I tried it on my laptop, and it still didn't work.
I've had 2 cases closed on the same instance in the last month because of lack of communication. Probably my part because of we had the death and I've been travelling a lot.
I still find it unacceptable, though, mate, that they've not got back to you in some way, shape, or form. It's been a month now, and it's atrocious.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've got more support, and I had an email from support saying, we don't understand the issue. Can you please give us more info? Oh, I fucking linked 2 YouTube videos of the problem. I mean, how much more?
Mate, and you've actually sent them 4 tickets I saw on your account.
4 tickets, 2 YouTube videos explaining the problem.
And they still write, and this is what comes back to.
And it's obvious it's a problem with my account.
It is, because I said to you, though...
New accounts can log in on my laptop and fly through no issues. So it's my account. And
it's obviously something but they're back. And this is what I said to you at the time, because you were raging and I've kind of felt your pain. Yeah. You've had 4 tickets. You get one clown write to you in the last 2 days and say, "Can you let us know more? We don't know what it's about." And unlike you, I'd be like, "Are you actually fucking kidding me?" Yeah. So then I would say, and I kind of got you to try and write an email of a big complaint, because I said to you, I have a feeling it's been going on for a month, and I don't think a single support agent has actually physically gone and looked into your account. Because I honestly believe it would take one agent 5 minutes to go into that account and fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's clear that they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
And I would lose my shit.
Yeah, and the result was last night. Me and you, we wrote a letter to Yves Gilmont, who's the CEO.
Proper CEO of Ubisoft. Let's go full balls.
Do you know who we are?
Yes,
you obviously don't. Because if you did, you'd have fixed it by now.
I mean, the point is, though, mate, you fucking, you've spent a lot of money with them, and the irony of all this is you want to spend money.
Exactly. There was no way I'm going to buy Breakpoint of full price, either 60 quid or that very generous 92 quid from Game. But I will pay $12.99 a month.
You played the beta of that, hadn't you?
I played the beta, and it was a bit... It was all right. It was a bit like Division. It was a bit like the Division, because I quite like the Division 2. But like I said last night, it's like they'd made everything fucking miles apart and nothing in between. So there's a lot of running around and hiding.
It's one of them Ubisoft maps again, isn't it?
Yeah, it just felt like it was too big, too RPG-y.
Early reports from it.
Yeah.
Early reports that it's not very good, both graphically and gameplay-wise as well.
I've seen people running around without the guns in their hand.
I mean, come on. It's not on, is it?
Is it almost... I mean, the bugs I've seen remind me of Unity. Do you remember the fucking faceless...
With the eyeballs.
Yeah.
With, the fucking eyeballs just in the face and...
I mean, that is Five Nights at Freddy fucking... scariness, isn't it? I mean,
the thing is, though, mate, we laugh about it, and they're charging 60 fucking quid for shit.
Yeah, exactly, and it's
it's not on, is it?
And it's really been, the people who are playing it hardcore got in early, saying it's absolute pay to win, So you can basically, if you've got the money, if you've got the money, you can do it. And I think one of the reviewers was saying, you get through the first missions, first 2 or 3 missions, really good, and it gives you the impression that you're survival, you're on your own, your helicopters crash, and then after about the second mission, you go to a camp, and there's fucking 100 people running around because it's online, so you lose the immersion of the
it's a car crash, mate,
and and then it just expands into that.
Well, basically, as it's known now, it's known as a Derby County.
Yeah.
It's a Derby County.
I'm the Keo because I probably can't get the Uplay till about a year and a half away. I'll probably get.
It's a shocking thing that happened, mate. That was.
Anyway, so that's Uplay saga, still ongoing. And luckily, I don't need need Breakpoint. Breakpoint's officially released on my birthday this week. I love the Division 2 this year. It was probably in my top 3, that game. All right. Don't do that. It's personal.
I'm not doing anything.
You are. We can see you on the camera. All right. in his what's the gadget show guy specs? Is it?
Oh, I look cool. I've got white spectacles in my Jason. What's it? Spectacles.
Is that what they are? Yeah.
Well, they're white. Yeah, they're white. Look,
Jason
they're white. They're cool.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jason. I can never remember his second fucking name.
Gordon.
Yeah, he did Channel 5's gadget show, didn't he?
Right, yeah.
And I always get Jason Statham in my fucking head, so when I fucking think of that, so that's that gone.
So yeah, there we go. So not a lot's been going on.
Do you think we'll ever get this Ubisoft sorted? No. When old Gilles or Gilles or whatever the fuck his name is gets involved?
I think he's going to get involved and he's going to say, right, this guy's obviously had trouble. Give him all the licenses that he owns to be able to put them on his new account that will work with Uplay, that will allow him to buy shit.
Yeah, because you forgot to mention you've got another account that works.
Them from the old account, which is broken, and delete that account. So they virtually transfer me to a new account where everything's good.
Do you think you can do that?
No, well, yeah, they can, because all they have to do is give me keys to unlock the games that I already own.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that makes the second account a mirror image of my first one, and then I'd happily say, okay, well, you've mirrored it over to the other one. You can delete the one that's broke, because it's obviously broken and can't be fixed. Because if they leave me with that old account,
can I just ask a question?
Anything. Okay, yeah, and you saw a couple of my games last night. I've got 30-hour gameplays in some of them, and I'm going to lose it.
I've got a question. You know how we've tried everything? We've tried fucking everything. You have, I have, everything.
Don't come up with a light bulb. What is it?
Have you tried deleting a game and then trying it, then deleting another game and then trying it, delete another game and then trying it? Just in case one game.
Cloud save is linked to that account.
But what I'm saying is the software on your computer with the game is on. What I'm saying is try deleting shit and see if that fixes it.
Yeah, but remember, I've installed the Uplay
from clean.
New machines. I've done it on 2 laptops now.
Which again speaks to your game, your account's somewhat fucked in some way at their end, at the cloud end. So it's them that need to fix it.
I've downloaded one version at a time now. 2. I've tried it on phones, iPads.
Do you know what the problem is, don't you?
All sorts.
Do you know when you contact support, here's the problem. You contact another new person again.
Yeah.
That prick has got a card in front of him that's going to email you bog standard shit for the face message. He's then going to read your second message, give you another bog standard, we're aware of it, please wait. Because that's all you've ever received. But you've never really had a support agent to say, wait a minute, this guy, I mean, you think about it. If you get in touch with a proper support agent, say it's my job now, I'm Mr. fucking Ubi support. I'm opening your case. La-di-da-di-da. Right, this guy's been doing this for a month. Clearly he can't go. Right, and I'd go into your account, take me 5 fucking seconds, and I'd be tracking it down and say, there's the fucking problem. This is not communicating with this. It's not letting him do that. Delete, reboot, bang, bang. Say we've fixed it. It was a problem at the cloud end. It would take them less than 5 minutes, but it clearly shows they've done fuck all.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
Not acceptable, mate, for such a big company with such a big thing.
Yeah, I know.
And it's been going on a month because you tried it to get the 3-month trial, and that fucker's ended.
Yeah. Yeah, because every time I tried to click it yesterday, it doesn't say free £1 or €1.
It says fucking $12.99.
Yeah, or where I am, €14.99.
And to prove a point, guys, I logged into my Ubi account, I tried it, and it would let me pay for it if I wanted.
Yep.
So it's Ricky. It's just him.
And the problem stems from the day they launched Uplay Plus, 3rd of September.
User error.
No, but they had all that fuck up, didn't they? They were you remember they were charging people, weren't they? They had go through. So the people were trying it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and every
got charged.
Time it was charged $12.99 a time.
Mate, can you imagine how they're fucking struggling getting the money back?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else to talk about?
Not a lot really. Gaming-wise.
TVs, movies? No.
Yeah, well, I've done Suits. 2.5.
Oh, you got into that? Yeah, I watched that years ago.
Yeah, bloody hell. And I said last night that I only realised it was Meghan Markle after about episode 8.
Attractive young lady.
Yeah, maybe I would have enjoyed the royal wedding a bit more if I knew she was.
She's a very
I
attractive...
genuinely didn't know who she was when she was marrying Wills. Is it Wills? Or Harry?
Harry. Will's married other fit one.
Yeah, they are fit, aren't they?
The baby factory, because they're churning babies out like it's gone out of fashion, haven't they?
That's their job now.
What's your job? Baby factory. Okay. Get on with it then.
So yeah, apart from World of Warcraft PES, I played a new game which got little 10 words called Blasphemous. It was really cheap. Blasphemous. And I'll tell you all about it in a bit.
Right, shall we move on?
Yeah, why not?
We're going to put a jingle in here. We're going to stick a jingle in right at the hour mark before Ricky pulls up his releases and news. We'll be back in a second.
Oh, sorry.
What is with all this French accent?
I speak to Gil. Come on.
Guys, we have lost it today proper. Fucking Dutch accents. We don't...
See if he's replied. Let's go into my...
Live. I'll do a close live on CG UK as we witness Ricky 32 checking his email for Gil's reply.
No.
Bag of wank.
Yeah, wank of bag. Yeah.
I've just realised something. My fucking fairy thing. That sounds a bit rude. My fairy thing on my mic's not on it. Where's that gone?
Yeah. Have you checked?
So I should sound a bit cheaty there. Fuck! You're not going to believe what I've just done. Leant forward, my fairy thing's on the floor. I've leant forward and stabbed myself in my forehead with one of my fucking tools from my 3D clippers.
It's all going Pete Tong this week, isn't it? Right, new releases. Do you want to hear what's out? Right. You ready?
Yeah, go.
Right, Sniper Elite 3 on the Switch.
Yeah, fucking mate, that's got to be another car crash, hasn't it?
On the Switch? Well, it's an old game, isn't it?
I keep saying to you, when I said it last week...
This is the one where you can shoot Hitler in the bollocks, isn't it? Have you seen that? And it goes
X-ray.
In
the fair. But the thing is...
Yeah.
These companies keep releasing these big games like we said last week, and they just need to fucking, hang fire a minute. Do you know what I mean?
Which means it's only about 2 weeks till The Witcher 3, I think it is.
You know, if you seriously get Witcher 3, I will lose my mind.
Get ready to lose your mind. Lose mind.
Wait a minute. He's just had his cock out earlier, swinging it round his head, saying about his cores and his fucking i7s and disses and rams on his fucking laptop, and he's going to pay a ridiculous amount of money to play Witcher on his fucking Switch when he can play it on his super-duper laptop. You want fucking shooting, my friend.
Full well, when I've got it on digital, you'll be downloading it.
I'll have you a fucking as much money as you want to bet.
Because people will want to see you stream it on Switch, mate. See what it's like on potato mode.
I can actually show them because I've actually finished the game. I can tell them.
Yeah, you can play it on your Mac and show them how potato mode looks as well, couldn't you?
It actually works on this Mac, so don't get facetious.
That's what I mean. in ultra low. Anyway, Sniper Elite 3, that's out.
How many times have I got to say this is like an i7 shit and it can run games fantastically? Thank you.
Moving on. It could probably play this one. Call of Duty Mobile on iOS. Could it play that?
I nearly called you a C then, live on the fucking show.
Yeah, I know. He calls me it all the time.
And I don't use that very often.
It's a Call of Duty Mobile on Android, Apple, Mac, and iOS.
C I meant, mate, was actually Call of Duty.
So that's already out. Actually, you can try that. That's out on that. That's out now.
Did I tell you about the clusterfuck of my Apple Arcade that I was so joyous about 2 weeks ago? Right, get ready for this.
$4.99 a month. Is that right?
Do you know when it was $4.99 a month? But you know when I got hacked on that dating site by that clown that fancied putting his pictures instead of my glorious face on there? Remember that shit show?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd gone subscribe through there. So I went into my Apple account because you can check your subscription. So I wanted to see because it went through iTunes apparently, but it didn't. It was just fuck knows what. Right. The irony of that is I think the guy actually paid for the fucker himself to be on my account. Like, what are you doing, you fuckwit?
It's obviously an error. Yeah.
It's not. It's not. I've had it happen before years and years ago.
Yeah, go on.
So anyway,
I went
into
iTunes.
It's going. I went into iTunes, and because I was a bit worried and shit, the only subscription in my thing was the Apple Arcade. Because when you clicked it originally, when I spoke about it on the show, you got a free month, right?
Uh-huh.
So I cancelled it, which kind of killed two birds with one stone, because it cancelled it in case of future charge, because we're good at that, me and you. And also just to clear any subscriptions on the account. Guess what it fucking did? And I was gutted, because I wanted to speak more.
Yeah.
When you cancelled that fucking subscription, it literally stops you playing the games. It doesn't run on like every other subscription known to fucking...
Live,
fucking
stop.
Mate,
Dead.
if I want to go now and play Apple Arcade, I've got to pay a £5. It won't even restart the free bit. That shit's that.
Yeah.
I will say this though, big shout out, if somebody wants to have a proper look at the arcade, Giant Bomb did a fucking 3-hour live stream of them playing the games on it.
Well, there's a game.
And
There's one game out that I've got in my list that's curated.
Choo Choo Rocket.
Called What the Golf.
Seen it.
Did you try it?
Try it. I saw it.
It's kind of quirky, isn't it? It's where you flick a house towards the
Yeah,
hole
the irony
and
is-
you throw the stick, don't you?
Yeah. The irony is, I want to try the games on it, but I fucking can't now. I've never known a subscription to actually, if you cancel, it says, right, fuck off, we don't want you. Not, here's your subscription you paid up until the end of the month. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
What are you doing? Anyway.
I'm yawning. Oh, I see. What you're doing is... Sorry.
Yeah, go on. Anyway, releases. Let's get back to the...
80 days on Switch. That's
I've got that installed on my Switch Lite, and I will probably give that a go today.
Yeah. Also, 1st of October here, Ghost Recon Breakpoint for the Elite Gold or Ultimate editions. So that's your 90 quid. I think it's $120, I think. It gets you 4-day access. Pay to win if you wish.
Who the fuck, really? You have got
subscribers, isn't it? It's mostly subscribers. I bet Xbox One, PS4 is probably empty because there's probably a half dozen people who want to pay that much money. And then on the PC, it's linked to Uplay Plus, isn't it? So people who've got Uplay Plus playing it, bastards, the lucky fuckers.
Is that the thing you can't? I don't know how you can sit saying lucky, because to me, you're doing you a fucking favour.
Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah. Beta test it before I'm ready to play it. Also out yesterday, which is a big thing. Moving from Blizzard to Steam is Destiny 2 New Light, which is the new name for the free version of Destiny. So Destiny 2 is now free to play with also all of the Year 1 expansions.
But is that only on Steam?
I'm not sure. It's definitely 100% on PC Steam. Whether it's on PS4 and Xbox One.
Guys, let us know.
Well, you should try. Log into your PS4 and see if you can download it.
I may do that today, because I said to you what we mean you ought to do for shits and...
Yeah, I've played a lot of this recently.
Me and you ought to have a... Mate, we ought to have a co-op night, stream it, me and you. Can you imagine me and you playing that? It'd be uproar.
Yeah, and also, especially as I'm now the king at it. And, but then I can't play on PS4 because it's with that controller, isn't it? I don't really play first FPS with controllers anymore.
Peasant. Fucking peasant.
Should we think about that last comment?
Peasant.
Right, so you think that... Right, okay. Anyway, also out is Shadowkeep, the latest expansion for Destiny 2, which is also meant to be rather good. So I might invest a bit of time in Destiny 2 when I get home. I'm about halfway...
Is that not the same thing?
No, Shadowkeep is the new DLC expansion for Destiny 2.
So that's the one that people have got to pay for?
Yeah, it's like 29 quid.
But the other one's free?
Yeah, so you can get everything else free. I think if you buy Shadowkeep, you don't get... Is it Forsaken? Which was...
Mate,
I don't know, anyway. But there's there's a shit Anyway, in the free version, you're probably more than enough to keep you happy for many years.
Finished the story when I got it. I love the game. We all know Destiny makes you feel like fucking ninja, and you play brilliant and you enjoy it. We all do. And I finished it, played the single story. So this free shit you get in, is it literally like dropping into the world and it's just like DLC sections with a whole new quest chain? Is that all this kind of shit is?
I'm not sure. Hang on. Destiny...
Because even though I only finished the story, I never went balls deep into all the deep stuff.
First Light or Last Light? It's called New Light. New Light content.
Great live radio again, boys.
Well, people want to know everything you can play for free and how. Right, this is from Games Radar 2 days ago.
Might get to know if it's on console. Come on.
So, is Destiny Light available on all platforms? Yes, you can try Destiny 2 New Light for free on PS4, Xbox One and PC.
There you go.
Also supports the new Destiny 2 cross-save feature.
Which is, if you don't know, guys, which is dead cool, your save game runs across any platform, which is really cool.
Which is good, because I've got about a level 10 character.
So you think about it then, bollocks. You're pissing and moaning about playing on PS4. You could bring your save off your PC peasant class down onto the console with me, and we can play from there.
I'm up for that. So what content is included in Destiny 2 New Light? After an opaque reveal, Bungie released... Yeah, I'm reading it, so... Oh, by the way, somebody sent me an email, a guy in America, and he included the word I had to Google because it was pivotal to the context of the sentence.
Wait, give me the word.
It was non-menclature.
Menclature?
No, non-menclature.
Non-menclature?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that word, mate, at all.
I think it was something to do with the groupings of the content, or so. It was all, anyway, it was something like that. I'll figure it out.
Shall we echo it and find out?
Yeah, go on, try it. Do
Alexa.
That's good radio, isn't it?
What does non-menclature mean?
No, wrong. Non-menclature.
I'm not sure.
What? Menclature?
Yeah, non-menclature.
Alexa, what is non-menclature?
You have radio play enabled.
No.
I tell you what, if this was Detroit Become Human, go fucking batter her, will you?
Then again, I've got to stop doing that because every time I speak like that, everybody's echo fucking boosts up around. Anyway,
one of them might get it right. Anyway, so
what was it? What was the definition?
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh my god! After all that,
no, I've got it in my Google. Look, because it's from the.
Oh, guys, this is a blinding. Can you spell that? Menclature. Non-menclature.
Right, here it is.
Go on.
The devising or choosing of names for things, especially in science and other discipline. So basically, what we were doing, we're trying to come up with a naming convention for a hierarchy, right? That was what it was.
What language are you suddenly speaking?
We're designing a software system where different parts of the world get their own little bit, right? Okay. But you can't reuse the same name twice, so we need a naming convention that is unique. So every area...
But there's a piece of software running that's got to go through it and not non-nomenclature. Another name or whatever.
Exactly, but anyway, I had to Google it. I've got it on my Google right now for whatever reason.
Oh my god. Guys, anyway, you would never think that him on the other end can be this intelligent, would you? Because I never do.
Someone else at the other end of me was intelligent, not me. I had to Google it. So
I say it more intelligent than fucking you.
What does he mean? So anyway, what are we getting for free? Do you want to know?
What we're getting for free? Back to Destiny 2 talk.
Okay, a new starter mission. New Light has a special treat for new players. Right? A new intro mission set in the Cosmodrome from the original Destiny is also there. So it says, I don't want to spoil anymore, so just leave it at that. Oh, and if you've already played Destiny 2, you'll also get experience in this mission. You get all destinations. So New Light comes with every planet and hub in Destiny 2, including the DLC areas. And that's the European Dead Zone. I think that's the first one.
Question.
Nessus, Titan, Lo, Mars, the Moon, the Dreaming City, the Tangled Shore, Mercury, and the Tower and the Farm social spaces.
Do you know what's put me off in the past with these Destiny updates, whether it was with 1 or 2 or whatever? Like I said, I finished both stories. I had absolute blast with them. You know what's put me off it? When you went back in and there was all, because we all know about that light system and all that bullshit and get you fucking, and what used to put me off, this is it, you've got to hit the nail right on the fucking head and answer my question. When you log back in after a while and they've like reset everything and fucked about with it, it's like, what have you done? And they tell you to sell these coins because they're not going to be valid anymore and you need to do this because we're now going to give you this and this light doesn't really mean this anymore, so you'll have to do, and you're like, no, I don't want to, fuck off. Yeah, that might happen when we log on to Destiny 2.
There's a lot of content here. Anyway, that's all destinations. You also get 3 year 1 campaigns. So Destiny 2 content can be grouped into years, with year 3 just kicking off with Shadowkeep. So we've had year 1, and I think year 2 was Forsaken, and then year 3 Shadowkeep. New Light comes with all the story content of year 1, a total of 3 distinct campaigns. Okay. I don't know. I'm just kind of reading. It's a big chat.
So I'll have finished just year 1 single player. Then is what I'll have done.
Yeah,
back in the day.
So there's a lot of DLC. Curse of Osiris. There's Warmind, which is the second DLC. There's shitloads of content. There's more. You ready? You get. Okay, you might not like this one. Crucible PvP. Competitive-minded players happy to know that Destiny 2's PvP mode is included in New Light. You'll have access to the Crucible playlist modes, blah, 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 blah. Right, you'll also get strikes, dungeon strikes, which is your player versus environment, get together, grinding.
Yeah, the big light.
10 or 20 minutes a piece, that's what it's saying here. And you're forward.
Do you
hang on.
Do you not...
Oh,
sorry,
no, go on, ask me the question,
do you not think this is aimed at players that have been playing it forever?
No, I don't. I think it's aimed at people like me and you.
Really?
It's free. People have been playing it forever.
But
They've done all this.
No. What I don't mean, mate. It's free. Great, we can jump in. What I mean is, would we jump in and then like sit there and think, what the fuck are we going to do?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Do we play the single player again?
Yeah, if we're ready to commit time to it, we can play fucking shitloads for free for many, many months. You'll also get year 1 raids, which are multi-stage dungeons that can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours.
Have you ever done any of them?
Yeah, but I mean, if you've done your World of Warcraft raids, you're thinking around that.
But have you ever done any of these?
Oh, I don't know. I think Hayden and Steve did a thing with me one night. They took me through something. It took about an hour, and it was, and no kidding you, mate, it was really, really good. I think it's on my YouTube.
I've played a couple. You get on them and you kill a boss at the end and you get loot.
It's really good, and they done that multiple times. They led me by the hand and they let me get all the good shit at the right
Have they fixed the loot problems though with this thing? Because the biggest complaints was when you got to the end, people were fucking not getting rewarded with good shit.
Well,
they were getting ripped off.
It's gone away from Blizzard now, hasn't it? So it's
we'll have to see, I guess.
Bungie can do what they want. I think you also get something called Gambit. This activity was introduced in year 2 with the Forsaken, and it's sitting somewhere between PvE and PvP. Gambit is basically a horde mode where 2 teams of 4 compete to summon a boss by killing enemies in separate but identical areas, all while screwing with the other team. Enemies drop tokens. You could read on, but that
sounds different. Cool. Yeah, that sounds different mode.
There's more.
Yeah. Fucking hell, mate. Really?
Year 2 annual pass activities. Year 2 of Destiny 2 consisted of Forsaken expansion. It was a 3-part annual pass. The main activities in the annual pass included New Light First and the Black Armory Forges. These are horde modes which let you forge specific weapons. You get randomised multi-stage dungeons. And that sounds pretty cool.
Where are they making the money on this now then?
Hang on. You also get year 1 exotics. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it does, and that's what kind of shuts me off. Yeah.
Okay. Also, New Light, you get in-game events. New Light players will also be able to participate in seasonal events like Iron Banner, Solstice of Heroes, which is a challenge-driven PV. This is a big thing. I think this is bringing Destiny.
Makes it a big thing if you like it.
Yeah, but I liked it recently, and I think the fact that it's moved to Steam means the player base is going to be bigger on PC because it's free.
But you actually, but the point is though, you was excited about it when it came out. You played it for a week or 2, and then that's it.
Yeah, recently when I played it and really enjoyed it, and then
but then you stopped. You know what I mean?
Introduced me to World of Warcraft.
Well, there you go. The far superior game.
The only content that isn't included is the parts of year 2 story content, which is in the Forsaken, plus the Shadowkeep, which is just released. So I think it's pretty good, and that's
just
free.
Like, fucking hell, like. Oof.
But if you want to get into something, and don't get me wrong, Destiny 2 is a fine shooter. You know that.
No, mate, I've never denied it ain't. I've finished both of them. They're fucking good games.
So
Great games.
So that's out now, and I'm waiting for my Steam to finally finish off the download. I'm struggling here in the hotel to get it. It's 80 gig. Be aware.
By the way,
if you want to play it tonight, get it downloaded now.
I say, separate kind of stories. I've got the old footy on in the background for tonight. There's rumours that them 2 fuckers for Derby are actually going to be in the team tonight.
Yeah, he said. Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, mate, and I'm a Derby fan, they fucking never ought to put a shirt on again. Ever. They've ended the career of one of the best players we've ever had. And they're going to they left the scene of a drunk crash and they are going to. If they get picked tonight, mate, I am not even watching the game. I'm telling you now, I should switch the fucker off in protest. It's a shameful, disgusting thing if they get picked. They can't sack them. They're a fucking investment. That's the irony of all. Anyway, it annoys me. Let's get back to releases.
Thanks for that little mid release.
Well, I'm just moaning because it's on and I can't believe they pick them.
There's a game coming out on PS4, PC, and Switch called You Know, and it's called
I do know.
You Know, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world.
I actually thought you meant the fucking get your dicks out.
No, you probably could. It looks like one of those Japanese.
It's not one of them dodgy.
Yeah, I think it might be. A game called Warsaw out on PC. Not as in the country in the Black Country, but the place in Poland. I don't know what this is. I've heard about this. It's meant to be quite good. The Long Return, Paranoid Hapacy of Man. Oh fucking hell! What else is that? Neo Cab. I think that's meant to be quite a big game. It's a bit of a big indie, not a big game. The full official release for Breakpoint, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, is out on Friday, along with Ghostbusters, the video game.
Yeah, well, I've been seeing an Ian. What the fuck is this?
It's a remaster.
Is it the old Ghost? Is it? Oh, it's an old Ghostbusters game. Got to say, mate, not ever been into a Ghostbusters game ever.
No. Also out in the next week or so is on Xbox Live Games of Gold, Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Oh, you've done this on purpose, you prick. You fucking prick. Wait, hang fire. Wait.
Talk.
Backstory, he's got me by the bollocks here. So here we go. Bit of a backstory. I'm streaming midweek, got a great room, 30 so people. We're having a bit of banter, bit of laugh. Somebody in the stream says, Toz, have you seen the Xbox Gold games this month? They've just been released. They don't look that good. And they released they gave the list. Can't even remember the list. I don't know whether Ricky's got it there or not.
I've got more of it, yeah.
So he's going to come in a minute. But one at the bottom of the list, somebody then said in the chat, I think it was good old Benji. Me and Benji are having a right laugh. So he comes on and says, Tenbo the elephant. So me being the ironic bastard that I am, went on the stream, I went, ooh, Tenbo the elephant. That sounds a banging game there, chaps. It then literally started a massive conversation for about 45 minutes because then Benji came in, Daz came in, a lot of regulars came in, and they're all sat there going, it's actually a decent game, Toz. And I went, fuck off, he's called Tenbo the Elephant. And then I'm like going on, and it was all in fun. It was a good laugh. It was a great night stream, as we mostly have. It's like, honest, Toz, it's a good game. And then other people had come in. No, Toz, it really is. I says, I ain't fucking buying that. It's called Tenbo the Elephant. So I left it at that. Explains the story to Rikstar the day after. First words out of his mouth, it's actually a good game. And I went, get fucked so. Do you want to elaborate a bit more?
Well, basically, it's Sonic the Hedgehog with an elephant. And the elephant he behaves like the rhino out of Donkey Kong Country. Yeah? Because he kind of got that kind of quirky
nose down and let's fuck off.
You know on Donkey Kong Country when you get the rhino and you can blast your way through boxes and things like that. It's a bit like that because he's a big elephant. Yeah?
Charges along, bounces his nose.
And you've got to rescue people. I can't remember because it's about 3 or 4 years ago I played it. 3 years ago probably. And you got to rescue people. They're trapped around parts of the map. And when you rescue them, they sit on top of the elephant. They ride on you. It's really good. And
the irony was, go on, sorry.
It's just really quirky and good fun. It's a great platform, really good platform game as well.
The irony of all the talk and the laugh and the piss take and the joke, and it was all in jest. Like other people are saying, yeah, but this month's games on PlayStation are The Last of Us, and you want to play Tenbo the fucking elephant. Well, actually, we're just having a bit of banter, you know what I mean? So
also out Friday the 13th. The game.
What, on Xbox?
Yeah.
That's been out fucking donkeys on PS4. It was on Plus, but go on.
Yeah, no, it's on there. Disney's Bolt, which is Xbox 360.
I have actually played that, and it's fucking awful. Great film. Shit game.
Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge.
That is an old-ass game as well.
I think that was an original Xbox one. Because they're doing I think it says it's got OG next to it. So it might be old game.
Own goal means, mate.
Old game? I don't know. Is
that what it is?
Also, Game Pass have announced their latest updates for October.
Come on, man. Hit me with them fuckers.
Dishonored 2, which is good. Yeah. Dishonored 2.
Didn't like it, mate. I fucking hated it. Passion.
World War Z. You know, the recent... that's pretty cool.
Played that.
Ukulele. That was shit. Felix
What?
the
Ukulele? No. Ukulele, a good game. Which one is that?
That's the little...
Oh, no, it's
dragon
fucking Mom. That's awful.
Yeah, do you remember when the map kind of went to the distance in the background and you couldn't really see what was going on? That was an Xbox exclusive, wasn't it, that one? Felix the Reaper. Fallout New Vegas.
Go on, do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Go on.
Panzer Dragoon Auto.
No.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Panzer Dragoon is one of the greatest games ever made in the history of the world.
So they're out on the 17th of October. So they're released on weekly chunks here. So the 3rd, so tomorrow's Dishonored 2 and then next Thursday as well.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to say
they're released weekly. Cause Game
you
Pass
haven't
what they've done with Game Pass is like the old Xbox Arcade Wednesday. Do you remember when we used to get the new load of but you had to pay for them. These are part
when the Xbox was good, you mean? Yeah, that day.
No, they just re-released it all, sticking it in Game Pass. And finally, The Outer Worlds, which is we knew about.
You are getting excited about this, and I highly tell you to do stuff. You're a man for videos, and I'm not. I really have a go at you when you look videos of games that you're wanting to play, and I say, fucking just play it. I actually sat. I sat and watched an hour and 20 minutes of gameplay. Now, I will say this. It looked good. It looked great. It looked what you're after. I immediately thought of you and thought, he's going to like this fucker. And then I sat there as the time went by, half an hour or so. I thought, you know what? I can have a game of this for free. I'll maybe give this a go.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this. As time has gone by, I'm hearing more reports that it's just a bit fucking boring. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see.
And I'm going to question something. It's not an argument. It's not a fucking moan. But I'm going to say something now. And I want your opinion. You're the fucking man. So Outer Worlds is going to be released on PlayStation 4 for cost, because that's the system. But it's going to be available for free on Game Pass. Let me ask you a question, right? And I'm not being I nearly said see again. What is up with me? My mouth today.
Potty mouth.
Potty mouth today, boys. I'm stressed. I'm not being a...
Yeah, go on.
Whatever.
What's your point?
But, does this release cycle, and it's starting to happen more and more, like with a free Game Pass game on one system and a paid game on the other.
Yeah.
Whichever way you slice it, does this not set a bad precedent to create a very weird atmosphere towards the game? Do you know what I mean? Because you question this. My question's this. How can a game that's free and a game that's paid be either brilliant or shit? Do you get where I'm coming from? It creates a bad fucking media.
If you've only got a PS4,
you
want to play this game, you've got to spend 40 quid on it.
And this is my point. It's not the game in question. It's not the consoles I'm having a go at. It's this ethos of this weird thing that's being created that we're not used to anymore.
See, when you got Gears 5, which is only available on Xbox, I'm going to exclude the PC from this conversation.
Because
there's more to that
talking
fact.
Consoles. Yeah, let's get into the real world.
Then it's all right. It's okay because you can stick it on your Game Pass for your sub, and that doesn't matter.
The way through it. I enjoyed what I played.
Crackdown was another kind of exclusive that was all right to stick on there. Yeah, but it was, but then. But
what I'm saying is,
this one is split in the game.
It is when it's multi on. It creates a really weird thing to me. That's like
a single-player game, so you're not online or anything, so you're not going to find there's more players playing it on Xbox.
Do you not think it's a weird mechanic?
No, I love it because I get it for free.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to bring.
I know. If I only had a PS4 and I love Fallout and I liked Obsidian, so we've got all the hallmarks of a classic in the makings here from their pedigree. All right, that's all I'm saying. The game.
Are you a day one buyer of this, or
it's on Game Pass? So I'm going to have it 4 days early on PC. That's how it works. See.
And from the release date, mate, you'll be on here saying it's a bag of wank. I'm not playing it.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But the pedigree suggests that we could be in for a treat.
Have you watched any decent gameplay
No,
of
I'm
it?
staying away from it. I know what the gameplay would be like because I've played enough.
No, have you not even looked at it then?
Yeah, well, I've seen a few trailers. Trailers are quirky. They remind me of the Fallout 4. You know, the lead-in video. You know, like the surviving the Holocaust, S is for survival, and all that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know those sort of trailers. You know, I've seen a few of those. They look kind of quirky. You know, getting a job in the universe, players.
I'm going to say this: it's very open. Like, get a quest, go here, go to this planet, kill these insects, fuck off, cash in, go and do this. I
do like the fact that I think that we've got limitations on how open the open world is, because I don't want it to be. When you think of space games,
I'll tell you this: it's very similar.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be like the No Man's Sky, where it's a fucking
no. This is right. This is what I'm saying. It's very similar to Borderlands.
Well, that's fine. Yeah. Even
where
the
you go
look, actually,
in Borderlands, I'm on a map where I can press a button and jump into space to another planet to go and do a quest. I can go down and finish that quest. I can then come back to my home, cash in, go down to another planet for another quest. It's like that.
Yeah. It
looks okay, mate. It looks okay.
As every day passes, the more I need Borderlands 3 actually in my life.
Hey, look, listen, you've known me a long time. This is going to be my game of the year unless Luigi's Mansion shits on it. And I give my games of the year, mate, and they're pretty fucking accurate. They're decent. Yeah. I'm going to tell you this final thing, which I'll probably think. I am still thinking about putting Borderlands 3 on to play with as much excitement as I was when I first did, and I'm 30 hours into the game, mate. Yeah. There's very few games today that can pull you in at 30 hours and still have that feeling.
Yep. Well, anyway, we'll find out towards the end of the month.
Do you know it gets better when it's finished?
Yeah, well, a lot of games.
Like the end game on Borderlands 3, mate, is supposed to be fucking out of this world. So, can't wait. Anything else on the releases and shit? So we move straight to the news.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
News. 2 bits of news. I won't embarrass Ricky. Well, I might do. Sean Layden, who Ricky had to actually fucking Google, but we'll leave after you'd Googled it. But anyway, he's finally left PlayStation. Rumours are he's got another job. Other rumours are picked up on yesterday. Something a bit untoward's happened. Apparently, one of the rumours I've heard, and it is only a rumour, but in one of his speeches on one of his things a few months ago, he mentioned that he wants to push towards the PC. Remember that little bit of a thing that we were speaking of? Well, apparently that's not gone down very well on the higher echelons of the Sony management. And this is a kind of rumours going around that he's been nudged rather than fucking walked. Really? But that's what I've been reading yesterday, mate. It's a bit, because he was like trying to push PlayStation towards PC, kind of our Xbox has gone, and Sony aren't about that. Fuck that. Don't need 100 million fucking consoles sold. Why the fuck would you? We're raking in money. Is that, that's Sony's mentality, innit? You can't blame them. Anyway, that's probably his rumour, but the lad's left. He was a good bloke. I quite liked his E3 speeches, which we'll no longer get because E3's dead in the fucking water. And that's it. But have you got a live article about the next thing? Because I might have to pull it up because I want to read and quote and not get it wrong. No, all the news this week, boys and girls, has been about PlayStation Now. Now, from out of the fucking blue came the message that PlayStation Now, from October the 1st, is receiving a massive overhaul. And it kind of took a lot of people by surprise. Yeah. Now, I am just trying to fucking scrim through. And somebody has sent me a fucking link, and I'm hoping it's the right one. No, it's not. Of course it's fucking not. But I'm trying to get the link so I can quote this proper. So bear with me. But basically, PlayStation has been given a pricing change. Fuck me, man. We've got a couple of questions coming overall this week. I don't think I'm going to be able to find this unless I Google it. Apologies for shit. We'll get to the story because it's a good story, but I did have it in my inbox and I should have prepared this. Very poor podcasting.
Well, PlayStation Now.
Here we are. I've got it. Hang 5. So here we go, and I've only got the basic PlayStation. So here it goes. Here's the restructure, and we'll talk about the shit, because you enlightened me on something, and you're right, by the way, what you said last night to me. Okay. So big changes to PlayStation Now in October, and I will say my piece at the end of it. 4 incredible games have joined PlayStation Now for the next 3 months, and we'll come back to that. Thinking of getting back into PlayStation Now, it's God of War, GTA 5, and Uncharted 4 have been added, as well as Infamous Second Son. They are available to play on PlayStation Now until 2nd of January 2020. So 3 months, basically. Yeah. Now, you may say, yeah, but PlayStation Now, it's fucking ridiculously priced. Well, hang on. There is more. The pricing has been restructured. And I've got to say, personally, before I get to the end of this, it's sounding pretty fucking cool. So you remember it used to be $12.99 a month, which we all agreed and have said it for years on this show, all of us, is a fucking joke of a price. It's now down to $8.99 a month, or $22.99 a month for 3 months, or $49.99 for the year, which, if you take the year, works out at just £4.17 a month. Now, they are the basic PlayStation official prices. Now, I'm going to tell you this. You know it and I know it. In a few weeks, I'm guessing places like CD Keys might have these fuckers even cheaper.
Yeah.
Brings us back. First one. I'm going to say this, and the big chat that's come out, and I'm not going to compare fucking apples to oranges because there's no fucking need. I have been saying about PlayStation Now for years that it should have been integrated into the Plus Gold membership bullshit. They never had. I'm really pleased they're starting to do something. And I've got to say, $8.99 is a fucking good price because there's a lot of PlayStation 4 games on it, the old PlayStation 3 libraries on it, and it runs well, and the yearly subscription's good. Go on.
And you can play it on PC.
And that's even better for you.
Because things
well,
like The Last of Us...
this is a banging deal.
It's the PS3 game of Last of Us, but that'll run fine on PC. Plus Bloodborne...
Do you know for
Uncharted?
Yeah.
Playing on
Mate, I've got to say...
I'm going for this. When I get home, it wouldn't work because I'm in Greece, right?
Okay.
So it let me download it because I've already tried it. It let me download it.
So you're doing it on... You're going with the PC route then, yeah?
Oh, of course. Yeah, but of course it will work at home.
For some reason, I have actually got a free trial still available to me somehow. I don't know how, because I have actually used it before.
Well, because we never... I think... Yeah, I used to pay for it. $12.99 for a couple of months, but I ain't bothered anymore. But yeah, I think.
Anyway, I think $8.99 a month is worth a try.
Yeah, but it's quite clearly they're competing.
They're not, mate. There's rumours abound that this is the beginning of going. That when we go to PlayStation 5. There is rumours flying about that they are lowering this just to get subscriptions for the next year. And when PlayStation 5 comes out, this is going to be free like Game Passes.
Yeah.
But then Sony people are saying, no, you don't need to do that. Don't fucking lower the platform. You don't need to do this, which you could argue either way. They don't need to compete. I've just said that before. I think $8.99 is a reasonable thing. I might click the free trial button this week just to give it a fucking stab and have a look. And see where we go. Will I continue it? I don't know. I'll tell you what we will address, and I think this is the other one, because you brought this up. I don't get this, top games for 3 months bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a weird fucking mechanic, innit?
Yeah, but games do join and leave Game Pass.
Right, but I will say
not
this.
as quickly as 3 months.
This God of War was not out this year, or was that last year? No, it won Game of the Year last year, didn't it? Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Of course, me being me, I've never finished that, so I can pick it up on PC when I'm on the road. Thing is, this is.
I think it won about 50 Game of the Year awards last year. Just that in.
So, the fact that a lot of the hotels, for the last few months, hotel Wi-Fi has picked up. Right. For example, I sent you a screenshot earlier. I'm on something like 80 meg here.
Yeah, in fucking Greece.
A couple of weeks ago, I was on bloody 40 meg down in the Netherlands.
It's changing, mate.
So, travelling and streaming, maybe even Google Stadia might be a thing.
He's changing his...
No.
Anyway,
so, yeah.
I'll give this a free trial if my free trial works on my console and have a look. Might even stream some of it if you can. I don't know if you can or not. I should expect you can do.
Yeah, next week.
It's a good deal, guys. Let us know. I will say this. I've already had quite a lot of feedback in my inbox for the last few days because a lot of you guys have contacted me.
Would it share? Probably would share, wouldn't it?
No, I don't think it does. I think we tried it originally back in the time. What I will say, the feedback from you guys early on, and there's been quite a few, is all positive. I've not seen a single feedback email for the last 2 days that said this is a rip-off, they only copy an Xbox. It's all been positive. People are saying, yeah, at this price, I'm willing to give it a go, especially with Uncharted 4 and God of War being there and everything else. And I've said this before to Ricky and stuff, there's way more PS4 games on there than you'd actually think there is.
Yeah.
You're surprised. You will be surprised. And I will say this, I have tried it, like I said. Even the PlayStation 3 games that are on it look quite surprisingly fucking decent. There are no dog ends in there.
Yeah.
So it's worth a bash. Yeah.
Indeed.
So is that the news then? Shall we move to what we've been playing?
Yeah, let's do it. See you later.
Let's go straight in. You don't want to break or anything? We just go straight? No jingle?
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
haven't got much more, so apart from the Q&A...
Then I will just say, fortunate, looks like I'm going to get a review copy of Grid, which is a fucking godsend because I wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise. And it will be a disc version, which is different for us. I was actually hoping that was coming today. Fingers crossed it may come tomorrow. I'm under NDA to play it. I will stream it immediately I can if I get it. I've talked earlier about through 80 Days on Switch. Ricky says that's a really good game. I will give that a go because I like my pointy, clicky, adventure type of gamesy. What else? Puzzle Quest. We both played Puzzle Quest. I did give it a mention last week that I downloaded it. I actually bought it. I think I paid £13 for it. I've got this on everything bar the fucking fridge, I think. But what I will say, it's been given a fucking fantastic new overhaul. I kind of touched on it last week. It's got new characters. It's got a beautiful interface. The writing's okay. That's a big issue. Don't forget, I'm playing on the Switch Lite. So the writing is okay as such. Enjoying it. And like Ricky told me last night, he picked it up yesterday and he did exactly what I did. You literally lose yourself with the TV on for like 2.5, 3 hours and you're just fucking balls deep. It's a brilliant game. If you've never tried Puzzle Quest, this is the time to try it on your Switches. It's 14 quid. Fucking go on. It's a really good game.
I played it on...
I'll stream it hopefully in a few weeks' time.
40-inch.
That's what she said, but go on.
Have you tried, because of course Puzzle Quest for me in the past has always been on Vita.
Yeah, on tiny machine.
Or
on the
iPad.
Xbox.
Or on Xbox. And, where Xbox a few years ago, I didn't have as big a TV as I've got now. And it was on 40-inch bloody 4K.
It's just nicely done, though, mate. It's way more deeper than you think. When you get to the weapons and the skills, and it's like, fuck, this is good.
You could probably put 50 hours into Puzzle Quest, minimum.
Or you can easy. I'll tell you what you do find, and I think this is when you know that the game's got you. When you first play it and it takes you through that simplistic tutorial, because it's a gem game, guys. Let's not beat about the bush. You'll see people playing it. You're like, what the fuck? They're playing Bejeweled and they're slotting. It is, but it's like got the deepest RPG/story behind it that's brilliant. And this is the key to me, and you'll get this. Playing a normal brain-dead fucking duel game, it's just... With this... After you've played it for a few hours, you quickly realise that the colour of the things that you are doing puts points into your skill system. It also puts points into the skill system of your opponent, because each game you play is a one-on-one battle. You've got to knock their HP before they knock yours. And I tell you now, it's good to see that you do lose as many as you win. It's not a fucking walkover. I think I lost my second ever battle to a fucking ant. That's how shit I was. Because the board is somewhat random at times, but there is skill base to it. And guys, Puzzle Quest, try it. It's 14 quid. Bargain of bargains. What else? Three Asses. What was it called again?
Three Asses.
Three Asses.
That's that porn video you watched.
I mean, I like these. I've played the first one for about 40 hours. What's the what?
So it's called Fire Emblem.
Just the fucking very man. Fire Emblem 3 Asses. Finally linked my Switch with Rikstar's in the week. So I've downloaded Civ 6 because he fucking told me to. No, I've not played it yet, but I will. I will. Give me time. I could even stream it on the big...
By the way, Civ 6, sorry to interrupt.
It's all right.
I haven't tried it, and I need to download it and try it. They've introduced Civ 6. What mode could you be the most furthest away from a board game strategy
Battle Royale.
Yep, there's a Battle Royale mode just been released.
How?
Called Red Zone. It's set in they've done a post-apocalyptic skin for it.
Yeah.
And there's radiation poison clouds coming, and you do your... I don't know how it works. I'm going to get into
it sounds...
But
mate, get into it.
It's online multiplayer. Games
Man.
last X amount of time, and it's in Civilization 6.
Mate,
That sounds
get
cracking. I'm going to have to
Does,
play
mate.
for next week.
Does. Is that only a PC
Yeah, at the
expansion
moment
now?
it's only PC, but of course, you did see the news that Civ 6 is coming to PS4 and Xbox.
I did. November the 22nd.
You need to be asking our friends...
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it on the Switch. If it tickles my fancy, I might try and get it on the console.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I probably will, because I'm a twat. Anyway.
Three Hooses, or Three Airs. Three Airs.
Yes.
A lot of community got back to me, and when Ricky was super excited. I think he paid full price for this, the fucking clown. But anyway, he got all super excited about this, and he was playing it. I think he talked about it on a show for a second. Yeah, it's fucking okay. I've watched people tell me, Toz, you enjoyed one of these, play it, it's brilliant. I'm going to be brutally straight down the fucking line. Downloaded this with Civ the other night, finished my food, put the fucking football on, grabbed my Switch Lite, plonked it up, switched it on. Fuck it, I'll try this bastard 3 hours. Swear to fuck, I turned it off after less than 15 minutes, and I'll tell you why. I did first notice, which is always a thing with your Switch Lite, the fucking size of the writing for a start is a piss take. It's like, can you pass me the binoculars? It's fucking like minute. Like, come on. And I stand by the fact, Giant Bomb made this statement, and I quoted it last week, and I'll quote it again today. It's about time Nintendo got the fucking balls out and said, listen, you fucks, when you develop a game for this machine, it has to be optimized to a certain fucking style of text where people don't lose their eyesight trying to play your fucking game. Because I'm sorry, the first kicker for me was I was literally got the fucking Switch right up to my nose going, what are they saying? That was the first negative. So then when you pick a character and it fucking does this fucking beautiful artwork, and you can't question Fire Emblem looks beautiful, it's magnificent. The game starts. Within less than 5 minutes, you're in your first, what I would say is a tutorial battle. It's turn-based systems, you're on grids, you're facing it, you've all seen them, you've all played them, you move, you fucking do this, that, the other. No word of a lie. God's honest truth. I said this to Ricky the other day and he chuckled. It's telling you the first move, select this character. You can move so many squares forward. Move forward, and it fucking, click, and you do, click, well, yeah. Do you know when it comes to that moment on a turn-based game, it's trying to tell you that if you select this person and select this opponent and you're standing next to them, you can hit them. I've played millions of hours of these fucking games. I know what I'm doing. God's honest truth, 10 solid minutes, I actually couldn't fucking hit my opponent I was stood next to. I was trying to move my icon on him. I'd fucking pressed a button and it just like opened a menu. And then I went back out and I thought, I'll try another person. I moved this other person. I then tried to attack him. It opened a menu. I think by some miracle of an accident, I managed to do a bit of damage on him with one of the characters. And I didn't even know how I'd done it because at that time I was losing the will to fucking live. Now, I know that past that, there's all this school bullshit. And you admitted to me, and it'll say what it is, you got very bored of the school and that was the time you finished with it. Especially when I said to you, the school is such a massive integral part of this game. Like, gigantic. Yeah. I'll say this. I switched the fucker off after 10 minutes. I didn't get past that tutorial battle. I'm sorry, guys. I know there were people out there saying, fuck it all, you should have stuck with it. But it's a game, and how many times have you heard us say on this show, games need to grab you by the balls and say, you want to play this?
Yeah.
Mate, it was god-awful.
See, I only made it about 3 hours in, purely because I was on a cruise.
Solskjaer.
What?
Press conference coming up.
What? Sorry, I missed that. What?
Breaking news, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Press conference. Might be about the game tonight, might be the fucking sack. We'll see. Whenever it is.
Anyway. So I played about 3 hours. I was on a cruise ship, so I was in more of a I didn't have much else to do environment.
But that made me jump overboard, mate. That would. I shit you not.
And when I got to the school, and I realised I had to walk around this school just talking to everyone, Whereas I like the battling pieces because it clicks quite quickly with me because I think me and the boy played it and we kind of figured it out together. Yes, there were bits.
You know, I agree though. Tutorials was very fucking lackluster in like.
Yeah, it is. But there's enough reward. I've heard later on if you can get through it, there's a good game there, a really good game. But
I was about to say we're the only pair of fuckwits that's not stuck with this. Obviously, I might give it another go, but it's just that
you
opening.
Should try it when I think it might be better for you. When you got your docked Switch, you can play
and I'll get it on the TV. Yeah, I think I'm.
And almost what you're saying is exactly what I thought. That this would be better docked. I think when I was playing it on board, I thought it's so tiny.
Mate, it was atrocious. To say it was a big AAA game on the fucking optimization.
I was really looking forward to it because it was hype. Fucking hype. I hate hype.
Mate, how many times have we told you on this show? Don't buy into the fucking hype. Anyway, last game. Talking of hype, Borderlands 3, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll talk about my experience. I'm just at level 34 last night, loving the stream, fucking loving it to death. People are loving it, loads of streamers, loads of subs, it's going great guns. It's still the fucking most fun I have had in a game this year. It's just pick it up, go to request, shoot shit, but shoot shit a lot. It's magnificent. I had a major crash. So if you don't know, Borderlands, the Borderlands backbone is there's quests going on, but the big backbone of it is you need to get these vault keys, which are basically super bosses. You get a vault key, you go to this big fucking place, you go in and this big fucking giant monster appears, you kill it, it shits loot out of it, mate. When you kill one of these vault monsters, fucking loot rains down. There's a shower of loot and you're looking for golds and purples. I fought one last night. If you've never played any Borderlands and you just want to see one of these moments, go on to my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Cranky Gamers UK, and have a look at last night's stream. However, it brings me to this. You may have to sift through 4 or 5 streams that look like I streamed a lot yesterday. Here's what happened. I streamed after the football at 10 o'clock. I put it on, and I'd purposely saved it because I promised the stream the night before. I'd saved it right at the start of where I'm going into this second vault to fucking tackle one of these big bosses. Because I didn't stream the first one. It caught me by surprise and I was a bit disappointed. So I'm right in front of it. So we kick off. We drop into this place. It's a big platform. This fucking amazing, by the way, one of the most amazing boss battle monsters I've ever seen. It was fucking brilliant. Took me about 20 minutes to kill it. I killed it. Didn't die. Well, I did die, but you can come back to life with second wind. So I've killed this boss. It's fucking rained shit. Gold, purples, they're falling out of the sky. I've swept it all up. The story then continues because it's got a great backstory. Now, whenever you finish a vault, the story has to carry on, and you always have to return back to Sanctuary. Now, Sanctuary is your ship back at bay. Like you go home to Sanctuary, and it's a spaceship. So it basically, when you've killed the vault monster, it said the following words. Please come and meet me at the Sanctuary and we'll decide where to go with the next vault key. Because that's all it's doing. You've killed one, let's move to the one. Now, you've got 2 ways of going back to Sanctuary. The one that you normally use is press the touchpad, open the map button, and you are on the map that you stood on. But in the menu at the top, it lists all the places you can go to. Now, if the place you want to go to is not on the screen, you press triangle and it jumps you back a level into space. So it'll like go ground floor, into space, further into space, and you can pick where you want to go. All the planets are labelled, but the one at the top is Sanctuary. It's your ship, it's your home, it's where you go back to. So I've just killed all this shit live on stream. I'm going back to Sanctuary. Now, like I said, there's 2 ways of going back. The vast majority of people will do it the way I've just described. Open the map, look at Sanctuary, press it, and there's a fast travel on the screen. Press and hold the X, it will sweep you into Sanctuary. Done it a million times in this game already. 30 hours in, whatever. So I've killed the vault boss. Now, the other way of doing it is one of them travel points. You stood in front of one of them travel machines. So in the old Borderlands, you could click one of them travel machines and it would take you to another place in fast travel. You know what it does. Yep. So I could have clicked that, and when I click that, Sanctuary appears, and I could have gone through that route. So it's the 2-step, which either. But like I said to you guys just, that the easy way is to press this touchpad, open the map, and let's fuck off. So I've pressed my touchpad, press Sanctuary, press and hold X to fast travel. It's done the woo, and then it's gone woo, the cutscene. Cutscene starts, bang. Blue screen of death, error C fucking 1273, Borderlands has closed down, which shuts my stream down. So I'm like thinking, oh, okay, that's the first major fault I've had in 30 hours. So I thought, all right, that's a weird one. So I then go, Borderlands, loads up. Because I'm worried now, please tell me it's not going to make me fight the fucking boss again. Because I'm like thinking, holy bollocks. So my first worry is, where am I? Yeah. Luckily, it loads me straight back at the side of the machine again, telling me I've got to go back to Sanctuary. So it's literally exactly where I left it. So there were no worries there. And all the drops were in my bag, so I weren't panicking. I've then rebooted the game. I've rebooted my fucking stream, because whenever your game crashes, the stream dies. So I've clicked it. Everybody's come back in the room. I said, sorry, guys, I had a blue screen of fucking death when I went to Sanctuary. So what did I do? Touchpad, Sanctuary, boom, blue screen of death. At the game, I'm thinking, what? So that's the second on the trot. And I'm now starting to think, what? So I did it again. I rebooted the game. I went back in the game. I started the fucking stream. I waited a couple of minutes for people to arrive again. Guys, sorry, when I'm clicking Sanctuary, it's fucking crashing. So I'm now worrying, thinking, fuck, this is... and it's the main storyline loop, by the way. And I'm thinking, if I can't get back to Sanctuary, my game is fucking done.
Yeah.
So I get people back in the stream, load it in again, wait another 15 minutes. So this is the fourth time, and I went fucking touchpad, Sanctuary, boom, crash, blue screen of death, 4 on the trot. And I'm now thinking, fuck me, what is happening? So then what I did, I rebooted the game, went back into the game. I didn't start the stream. I thought, well, I'll try and get back into the fucking game without streaming or anything, just in case it's that. Didn't start the stream, fucking loaded up, waited a minute, pressed my touchpad, went to Sanctuary, boom, blue screen of death, 5 times on the trot. And I'm thinking, what the actual fuck? So I'm now in full panic mode. I've got my phone, I'm going Google, can't get back to Sanctuary, blah fucking blah blah. Goes back in the game, doesn't load up the stream again, but this time I say to myself, well, the only other option I've got is don't press the map screen, use the travel fucking system in front of you, right? Because like I said, there's 2 ways of doing it. So I walks over to the travel machine, presses square, it opens the map, just on a different mechanic, and it says Sanctuary. I click Sanctuary, and fuck me, it worked. I am stood on Sanctuary on the ship, and I'm thinking, thank fuck for that. So I then started the stream, got people, and I went, guys, what a fucking mess up. I said, as you can see, it crashed 5 times when I used the map on my touchpad. I says, the way I fixed it is I went to the machine and did it, and everybody's like, wow, that's weird. So that's where I am. I didn't do any quests after that. I finished the stream, but mate, major crash. First one I've seen, and it's a weird one. I will say this, though. I'm hoping that's not a broken patch bug for good, because if it is, so I've got to find a machine to travel every time, and that is an absolute fucking ball ache. Yeah. Because the other way is just you can fast travel at any time back home. No matter where you are on the map, wherever you are, you can press your map, go to Sanctuary and go. So I hope it's not broke. But all in all, guys, very small fucking problem, an error, but I'm enjoying it still. It's fantastic. I'm throwing a shout out. Anybody on PlayStation playing it, please send me level 30 plus guns, but they must have the trait of sometimes they return a bullet back to your clip. They're all right there. I've seen them. I can't find one. I need a couple of them guns. It's basically a good level 30 gun, and in the bottom it'll say chance for bullet to return to clip. Please send me one of them bastards. It's all to do with the build I'm building. But mate, you are missing out. You need to play it. Simple as that.
It's like I said earlier, it's massively on the radar. I mean, every day that passes, I want to play it, but I just don't see this. I know this sounds pathetic.
I don't know. But wait, it's going to sound awful if you're saying it's pathetic. Go on. Go on, it's going to trigger me this bad, isn't it?
I don't like Epic.
What?
I just don't.
Off. No, done.
Done. I am as well. If it was on
Mate,
Steam, I probably would have not even thought 2 seconds. I'm a PC gamer. I don't like the Epic launcher. I don't like the Epic store.
You see,
I don't like what Borderlands has
mate,
done just to become exclusive to Epic. So
listen,
it's almost out of principle not fucking playing it.
Right.
I want to play it.
You want to just fucking hear yourself and wind back.
But I'm not
It
alone.
is so
I'm
sad.
not alone, though.
I'm not saying you are, mate, but listen to me. You're talking like you don't own consoles.
I don't play
If you
on
really
consoles
want to play a
anymore.
top game, well, sell the fuckers then.
Well, yeah, all right.
You know what I mean? But
Maybe
what
I
I'm
will.
saying is,
Maybe I
if you
will.
really want to play one of the top games of the year, you're pissing and moaning about a launcher, which is an irrelevant fucking argument anyway.
Yeah, but console gaming's a little
Let
bit
me ask
dead.
you a
It's a
question.
little bit dead for me because I'm not at home enough. I'll
Right.
play it for 2 days and I'll be on the road again. So there's no
Let's say
point.
your PES game then that you rel into, right? And
Yeah, PC.
imagine the other way round, right? It was only on Epic. Would you do the same there and not play it, or play it on console? Go on, answer.
Oh, well, I'd have to, but like I say, I'm not
That's what I'm saying.
desperate for Borderlands. I just want to play it.
Just sat here and said
Oh,
you're
yeah, but I'm
dying to play.
dying to play it, but I'm not desperate to play it. I do want to play
Anyway.
it. I will be playing it. I will be buying it, but I just want to wait for that.
I can't believe you've said the Epic shit, mate. That is appalling. That's a sad state of affairs.
I don't believe it is. I think the fact that there's anyway, move on. We've done this. We've been here before.
It's you. Go.
Me.
Games played this fucking week.
Pez. Play Pez.
Oh my God. Let me see.
Loads
Let me
of-
lie
loads of
down.
Pro Evo. Done loads of modding. I think I'm settled with it now because I've got my career mode sorted. I'm playing as Chelsea. Just more of it. Learning the intricacies.
Then
Of it.
explain your mods that you you spent time telling me about.
I did a video
will say,
for it actually on YouTube. So
did you speak on it?
yes, I did, and I showed people
Oh.
how to use it as well.
The point is, though, right? I watch you a lot play PES this week. Like we said, we've Skyped a lot this week, and I like watching him play PES.
Yeah.
I'd see him get beat, to be fair. And as I'm watching it, it's just locked. And I get his excitement. I can see his excitement. He loves the fucking game. But my thing is, I watch him get ready to play a game, and he spends fucking no end of time with the mod menu opening. He's literally changing.
It's less than 30 seconds.
He's literally changing the ball, for fuck's sake. He's scrolling through 50 different types of ball.
138 actually, to be
Oh,
precise.
for fuck's sake, the bad part about that is that you know that. So every time he's setting the game, he literally opens this fucking menu and he's scrolling through stadiums, deciding which stadium shall I play or which one. I'm like, please just play the fucking game.
Yeah. So the ball is it's important. You've got to have the
Can't
right
believe
scoreboard, the right stadium, the right ball. There's even a boot server. You can even change the referees' kits on a come-in release. You can have like Premier League refs. And anyway, it is what it is. It's for hardcore enthusiasts.
How much time have you actually spent downloading
More than
mod
playing
files?
the game.
Really?
Probably. Yeah. But I'm ready now. I'm sorted. I'm settled.
No more mods.
Well, I say what I need to do. I need to make a backup of all this stuff because if that fucking goes scuba,
Or if it crashed or went corrupted, you'd
I've
piss
got
yourself.
at least 60 gig of mods for it.
How big's the game?
About 30. He's done. So, yeah.
Talk about the game because you obviously enjoy it and
No,
passionate.
it's just Pez and it's just immersive and it's about creating your own stories. You don't need the fucking... What we did do, and I think this put it into big perspective, is I showed you Pez. You watched it. You know, as a spectator, you kind of think, yeah, it's got some realism. It's more realistic than the other one, which we played immediately afterwards as a side-by-side comparison. And it was like they're on fucking ice skates, wasn't it? They were just so fast.
I will say, I watched Ricky play a full game of PES, and then he said, I know what we'll do. We'll play the demo of FIFA to have a look. And even I, who don't care much for football games at all, I could see the difference. It was fucking horrendous.
Yeah,
FIFA looked like a 5-year-old game.
It did look like Xbox 360, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked like a 5-year-old game, mate. And I'm a man that wouldn't notice that kind of shit because I'm not into them.
There's just a level of detail. I think somebody summed it up really well on a forum this week, that PES is made for the love of football. it's got its problems, but there is the love of producing a game of football at heart, and FIFA's designed to make money.
Do you know if
for
do you know if
YouTubers?
yeah, we said that, didn't we?
EA,
It's made for influence.
no one else, not for
mate.
people like me, for the pure love of playing football and being immersed.
I said to you that FIFA's now just for the influence on YouTubers. Bottom line.
Yeah.
End of. Simple.
Yeah, it's just
I tell you what, though, mate, it beggars the question. If fucking PES could actually get the official licenses, it would bury FIFA into the ground.
Can if you know how. I mean, that's where
the,
the,
I'm just saying,
modding comes in, you know?
I know what mod, but not everybody wants to mod to that extent.
Well, you do if you're on PC, and that's why you play on PC.
And that's the point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. On console, it's very minimal mods. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm got to the point where I'm changing menu music. So when a Champions League match is up, it's playing the Champions League theme tune in the menus. The crowd, I've got, I think it was 4 gig of crowd chants, and there's over 600 different crowd chants for about 280 teams.
What's some of the shit you can change because you think the balls are bad? Get ready for some of this.
The ad boards around the pitch, the turf, the crowd. You can have parts of the crowd could be wearing Burberry and hooligan stuff.
Okay, God.
There's a mod to actually make some of the crowd stand up and jump, like a terrace, like bounce. There's a mod to do the, the Man City thing, the Poznan.
The Poznan. You take the back, they all jump from the back.
So do they do
the Frank Lampard jump?
What's that? What's the Frank Lampard jump?
Well, he started it last year, didn't he? Every time we won, which was a lot.
He sort of bounces.
Bounces, the Frank Lampard bounce.
Yeah, he won't be doing that much this year, will he?
No.
So yeah, that's PES is just going to be on my radar, always played. I won't talk about it much over the next sort of.
Do you think you'll buy FIFA? And we know I'm saying that.
No, 100% no. The only way I'll be playing FIFA.
You heard that here on episode 4.
The only way I'm playing FIFA is someone gives it me, right? And I mean, and that will probably arrive next April when EA put it on their basic Origin package, which I already pay for. So
a lot of people are moaning about FIFA in the social feeds. You can see it this time, and a lot of people are having a go at EA for it as well.
Yeah, screw it.
Like EA, you've totally ruined the fucking game. And apparently,
do you think the next FIFA will be on a PlayStation 5? Do you think they'll miss that? Because it's usually out in September. Do you think they'll miss?
But get ready, right? But listen, have you heard about the Switch version? People are losing
even worse, isn't it?
minds.
Did it get
0.1 Metacritic score?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Apparently, mate, that is like the worst game on planet Earth. Apparently.
Yeah. It's just a skin update.
Metacritic. It's terrible.
And it's
more
money, isn't it? It's like £60.
Is it
playing Nintendo tax? Yeah, you pay Nintendo tax, don't you, for the latest one?
Okay. Anyway, what else?
What else? World of Warcraft. I've done more of this. Since...
Still on baby mode?
Sorry?
Still on baby mode? You've not been back to the original?
Yeah, totally on baby mode.
Okay.
Yeah, loving it. So yeah, like I said, I just passed level 20, actually today, and so I'm off to find my riding trainer person so I can learn how to get a mount.
Why are you getting a mount at level 20?
Yeah, but remember there's 120 levels in this version, so it's probably quicker.
So baby game gives you a mount at level 20? I bet they give it you for about fucking 1 gold and all, don't they? Or do they give it you for free?
It's more about learning to ride. So I presume that is so you can buy a mount.
You press the fucking button, mate, and get on the bastard and get made to be.
Yeah, I've got over 6 gold now in this particular version, so I'm doing all right. Grinding, farming, enjoying the quest.
That's exactly where I am
I'm just enjoying going to new places. And I went to a place, I think it was Stormwind. Yeah, and I'm blown away by how fucking big. I mean, every city I end up going to is going to be bigger than the last and more expansive and more. How the fuck am I going to learn this?
Do you think you will give this just a stop
it's
soon?
back on my radar again since the beat that I paid another tenner. So I thought, fuck, I better play it. And then the problem is with World of Warcraft, once you go, I'll just nip in and and then suddenly 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? And then you think, let's watch some YouTube videos. And then suddenly you're in again. It's like they fucking... You know, it's like when you're.
I'm like that at the minute. I'm like that with Borderlands. I watch Borderlands videos at night for like best weapon loadouts or best guns to look out for. Spend 5 minutes watching a video, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Switch it off. You know, I streamed at 3 a.m. the other day.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, to the disgruntled son of your viewers.
Some people were fucking moaning, like, why are you streaming at 3 o'clock? I went, I just fucking fancied a stream. Like, fuck.
Yeah, anyway, World of Warcraft, yeah, so that's on. And I played a new game called Blasphemous. Blasphemous, you're right.
What is Blasphemous?
Sludge is Blasphemous. Right, okay, if I describe Blasphemous to you being Dead Cells, but with a Dark Souls vibe over it.
Oh, fuck.
No, not Dark Souls-esque, right? It's lore of... It's that. So it's really kind of arty, right? You start off this game and you're this guy and you've got this sword and have you ever seen, and I'm going to describe a character to you from the heavy metal world, but you might have known him. He's called Buckethead. Have you heard of him? Now,
no.
Got Google. Go to Google. Go on. You can do that. You can multitask. All right. Go to Google.
Yep.
And type in Buckethead. All right.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Is it that Mac? Is it still loading Google, is it?
I'm already fucking on my phone. I'm already halfway through reading it, man.
Right, so you see Buckethead, yeah? You see how he looks? He's got that pale white face.
It looks like you. And he's
got a KFC bucket on his head, hasn't he? Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Blasphemous, you got this faceless kind of looking...
where are we going with this?
He looks like the guy... He looks like Buckethead, basically. It's not KFC. He's got this massive metal hat in the same shape as a KFC bucket. But anyway, what's that?
That's him, innit?
I can't read. I can't see. If you type Buckethead, there's only one.
That's him. He's got a bucket on his head and a white mask with long curly hair.
It's KFC bucket, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. This one. What about that one?
Yeah, that's him. That looks like the character from Blasphemous.
Well, he looks a prick. I'm not going to lie. He looks a prick.
Did you know? Here's a bit of stat for you. When Axl Rose was doing his Generations of Guns N' Roses, you know when Guns N' Roses became shit? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Buckethead was a guitarist. For GM.
Really?
Yeah. There you go.
Never replaced the master though, mate.
No, good old Slash. Anyway, so what is Blasphemous? It is a side-scrolling, Dead Souls-esque. Dark Souls-esque, Dead Cells.
He said Dark Souls or whatever.
I said Dark Cells because it is Dark Souls and Dead Cells merged into one. So you know, last year when we really enjoyed
brilliant game,
Dead Cells, this is that game. It's got the same kind of slight mechanics. It's roguelike, so when you die, you don't quite go back to the beginning. You do go back. It's
not as brutal as Dead Cells.
When you die, you also end up kind of losing some stuff, but the enemies reset. If there's puzzles in it, the lore and the atmosphere is amazing. It's really, really good. I stuck it on to try it out. It was only like 5.
Where did you get? What made you get this? Was you just scrolling?
It was on Club, and it was the only game they've released in the last 2 weeks on that club. By the way, bastards.
Oh right.
I keep checking for things like Control. Borderlands 3 because they've had all the other Borderlands.
Yeah, they're going to stick Borderlands 3 on,
I'm waiting
mate.
for a big update from that club to hopefully give us some of the latest shit. That's why I'm hanging out for Borderlands. You know that.
Because you're too fucking tight. That's why.
So Blasphemous was there. I've heard some good things about it, so that's what made me pick it up. People referring to Dead Cells was my big thing, and I tried it. I put it on to try it. Played it about an hour. Which is, if you think if you play Dead Cells for an hour, that's really good. And do you know what that made me do? It made me play Dead Cells again. Did you know it's on Game Pass?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It was on my PC Game Pass. So, because I owned it on...
I've got it on both. I've got it on about 3 systems,
I got it on Switch. So I stuck it on again because they've had massive updates for it. Did you know that?
No.
So yeah.
Mate, I never killed the first fucking boss on that bastard.
Do you know what? I fucking played it, right? My first run was 45 minutes. in Dead Cells. I killed the first boss. First time I went to the Stilted
Fuck
City.
off. No way.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And then I went to the second one.
I need you to show me, mate, because I ain't getting...
The second boss, the first boss is called the Concierge.
I've not got anywhere near killing the prick.
By the time I was there, my health bar was like, that's 2,000. So I'd really grinded before I got there. And my second
run... to show me.
My second run, I sped through it. And when I got to the the midpoint between the stages, you can kind of level up, get your health back. But in the new game, there's these doors, which if you get there quick enough, like 2 minutes.
They've always been there.
Yeah, but they've always been locked for me because I've been too slow.
Yeah, they have because you've not got there fast enough.
But
they're all on a time.
I did on my second run, and I opened that first door, and it fucking unlocked some serious good shit. So, Dead Cells is a game we should revisit if you haven't been back for a while. Don't look in the sky like that.
I'm looking at the fucking fly landing on my mic. That's what I'm looking at. He thought I was dissing Dead Cells. I'm fucking screaming
anyway,
at the fly.
So I recommend, obviously, back Dead Cells, but I also recommend Blasphemous. I think it's only about 16, 17 quid.
Is it only on PC, Blasphemous, at the minute?
No, I think it's on Switch. Somebody sent me a message saying it's on Switch as well.
Is it made for Switch?
Yeah, I think it is. It's worth a look.
Okay.
But it's hard. That's the thing.
Is it as hard as Dead Cells or not?
Yeah, it's hard. A bit harder.
Fuck that, mate. I don't. Like I say, I've not killed this boss.
Yeah, because
I want you to see and show me
the reason why I will say Blasphemous is a bit more like Dead Cells because Dark Souls, because like Dead Cells, you can just power through it, can't you? With you. Yep. Whereas Blasphemous, you have to be a bit more patient sometimes when you're facing enemies. For example, there's one enemy and he's got this like the Wild West. You know the carts that the horses pull, those big wheels. Yeah. What are they called?
Cartwheels. Cartwheels. That's the one. They're called cartwheels.
He's got one of them.
That's where the cartwheel comes from.
He's got one of them in his hand, right? And he swings it at you to hit you. Right. What you got to do in Dark Souls is this thing called riposte, where at the point he hits you, you have to press a button which parries him, and then you can strike him. And you have to do that on Blasphemous. So some of the enemies you can't just power through. You have to do timing moves on them, so it makes it a bit slower paced. Really good. Love the lore. At one point, my sword grows thorns out of it, and it gets fused to my arm, and the blood running from the sword goes into my veins and all that. Yeah, it's really fucking deep and good shit.
Sounds mad.
I want to play a bit more. Like I say, I only gave it an hour because I thought, this is like Dead Cells, and then played that for an hour and a half. But Blasphemous, pick it up. Recommended. Thumbs up. It's a Ricky thumbs up.
Is that it?
That's it, mate. Yeah. Q&A.
All right. I'm not going to stick a jingle here. We're going to go straight to questions because I've got them on my email already. So thanks for the questions, guys. Quite a few come this morning. I actually give them half an hour's notice. We're recording today, but you've still got time to put questions in. And about 5 of these have come in just now. So we'll crack straight on, mate. We're nearly done. And believe it or not, you're going to be surprised when I say this. Do you know there's only 2 hours, 16 minutes of this show gone?
Yeah, but it's quality content. Yeah, but you spent an hour fucking about your recording shit, didn't you? That's why.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, right, here we go. Anne just sent one in. It's got a weird fucking ending to this question. I don't know if it's meant, but anyway. Now the 10-year zombie saga has come to an end on Call of Duty. Did you guys play any of them? And did you have a favourite? I played one of the early ones. Didn't like it. Didn't get on with it. Never liked zombie mode. However, I played, the latest recent one. I played quite a lot of zombies with Josh and actually McCall. It was good fun, but I get bored too quick with them because they just rinse and repeat.
It does have a limitation on it, I think.
And he's added on to the end of the question. If so, can jet fuel melt steel?
What?
That is a tie-in to 9/11 for some reason. It's the old question, innit? The Twin Towers falling, it was said that jet fuel got to such a high temperature it melted the steel, hence that's why they fell down. It was one of the conspiracy theories. And engineers said it's not physically possible, but like I say, was that tagged on to end of that question? God only knows. Anyway, let me scroll down to some more questions. Question from Dan Jackson says, love the show. Thank you very much, Dan. What regulations should be put in place to protect children and vulnerable gamers from spending crazy money on loot boxes? FUT on FIFA being the biggest culprit for cashing in. Dan from Swindon. Thanks for your question, Dan. We have a fucking problem with this. We've always said it. I had a bit of a rant last week. Something's got to be done. I'm going to add that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. And I think we're kind of seeing the start of it right now. And I think it's just going to collapse in on itself, is where I think it's going, which may surprise some of you. I've said it needs governmental intervention. Well, we've shown what fuckwits they are. They can't even organise their own country, let alone loot box problems in fucking video games. So what I'm saying is, I think it's going to implode on itself, and I think FIFA's going to be the protagonist that kicks it off. Because it just is. It's just going to implode on itself, and people are going to get sick of it. And then it's going to get to a point where other developers are going to say, you know what, this is getting such bad press at the minute. The one thing you don't want in your new release is bad press from the off. It will kill a game stone fucking dead. Yep. So if they're going to get bad press from loot boxes and shit like that, developers are eye up. They're going to say, listen, get rid of this shit. We've got a game without this crap in it. And I'll still stand by the fact they need to start selling that FIFA bullshit separately to the main game. And I think, personally, that's why FIFA's suffered in the last few years. Because they've gone down a whole new avenue.
It's got too many...
I mean, FIFA used to be about football. Let's play football.
Yeah, now it's all... you go to any stream on Twitch now, and I bet hardly any of them are showing the game. It's all pack opening and fucking... pissing around with this, pissing around with that. You know what I mean? It's just, come on.
Fucking make pack opening in... You know, if 10 years ago we'd have come on here and we used to play fucking, like, God, new FIFA's out. It's fucking banging. Great game, great graphics, great skills, yeah. Now it's FIFA. Oh, I'm going to open packs. Whoopee fucking do. Lost the integrity of thing. This is a bit of a long question from Dr. House, who's a very regular to my streams. Welcome. You guys talked about the cloud gaming stuff a bit in the last show. I wanted to know if you guys think that cloud gaming is going to become big, because I'm not convinced it's going to take off like these companies think. Bit of a side that's a bit of a side question. Let me quickly answer that. You answer that first part while I read this second bit. Do we think cloud gaming is going to be as fucking good as Stadia and Microsoft think it is? My personal view is a big fat fucking no. But you elaborate.
Yeah, but it's all dependent on people's connections, 100%, isn't it?
Which we'll say again and again and again, the world's infrastructure is not fucking ready for it.
No, it's not.
Not even close.
You know, I can't consider Stadia.
Which then beggars the point, they're aiming this stuff to the privileged, which then opens a whole new shitstorm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, only the privileged can play Stadia, or only the privileged can have the cloud on Xbox.
Yeah. I mean,
and you've got
now, though, only the privileged can play Breakpoint today.
Woo,
because if you spent your 60 quid or whatever, you know what I mean?
And talking of that, it leads on to his second part of the question. Bit of a side question from Dr. House. Do you think the whole subscription service thing is a good thing going forward? They're great if you're getting into this generation of consoles, but for some like me who doesn't even get games day one, I wait a few weeks for the price to drop and I don't see their value. I'm going to say this. And I've said it before, and I'll stick by my guns, and I'll still say it. It simply is, guys, and I'll say it fucking time and time again. This cannot be a good thing for gaming in the long term. It cannot be. I know we've just praised PlayStation now. We talk about Game Pass and all that. I'm sorry, I'll stand by my guns, and if I go into my grave and I'm wrong, I'll fucking hold my hand up. But there is no way that this mechanic can be sustained to keep the gaming industry going forward. It cannot. And there are already developers showing concern that the subscription-based things and the Game Pass things is not doing well. And I know people have sent me quotes saying, they're saying they've made X amount of money. Yeah, they simply have. A few have. Yeah. But I'm talking long-term. This cannot possibly work. It's great you're paying $1 for your games at the minute. It's fucking brilliant.
Well, I think maybe we've got to change our... If you think about... When was the last time, and you probably haven't done for a long, long time, when was the last time you bought a box set?
I don't buy box sets,
well, you know,
I don't
people
buy.
do.
Yeah, no,
but they don't anymore, because you just rent them from Netflix. Do you know what I mean? Technically rent them, isn't it?
But I will say that the gaming industry isn't...
moving away from the renting games as part of the sub, because that's effectively what we're doing with you.
That's what it's a glorified rent. Yeah, seriously, it's a glorified system.
Yeah.
I just stand by the fact that, and look, I'm talking from a common sense kind of fucking thing here.
Yeah.
And think about it as logic grown ass adults. How can developers give a game onto that system? Microsoft have then got to give them a chunk of money. but they're only getting $1 back for it. And listen, I don't buy this bullshit that people keep quoting to me. Microsoft's got a shit ton of cash. It can't last forever.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is the gaming industry's worked for 50 plus years, normally fine. Developers make a game, they spend the money making it, we give them our money back, it then makes the next game. It's worked fucking great, it's good. There's no way that we can just pay $1 to play all these fucking games. What it does do, in my opinion as well, it kills the development of future games.
Yeah,
and that is the most important part of this whole thing. I know it's great now, and I'll stand by it. I'm playing them myself. I'm doing it myself. I'm with you guys with that. So don't think I don't like it. It's great. It's mad as fuck. I just don't think it's viable. It cannot be fucking viable. Can't be, in my opinion.
Well,
great
you
question.
say that, but people, like...
We'll see. We'll see. I just don't think it will. I don't think it will, mate. Show questions. Why have I said that? Craig. Hi. Good question, this. Rumours are that both the next Xbox and PlayStation will come supplied with cameras to support streaming. I've actually not heard that rumour, but it makes sense. Charging 60 quid for an extra fucker, though, is not PlayStation. What do you think, and what streaming features would you like to see? I hope PlayStation ditch their own service, just find it so leapfrog-like, just to support Twitch and Mixer. I know it's Microsoft. When I see a streamer using PlayStation, I switch to someone else, unless it's Cranky's stream, of course. You fucking saved yourself, Craig. Toz, I hope things got better regarding, he's one of them that's talking about the fucking shitstorm that arrived this week. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate it, mate. It's ongoing, as I've said earlier. I don't mind PlayStation stream. It's just it's convenient. I'm going to move forward in the next few weeks, like I said, because I've now got the equipment to try it again on Elgato, and I will do, because it's a nice system. It's still, I'm not going to lie, and this is kind of you talking from somebody who does stream every day, the convenience of streaming on PlayStation, I will admit right now, far outweighs setting the stream up on PC. It needs extra hardware. It needs a shit ton of cables. It needs cables for your headphones in and out. It needs HDMI in and out. It needs power for the fucking device. It's just a shit show, from me anyway, that hasn't got a dedicated office. If I had a dedicated office, I'd have it permanently wired up and set up, and I probably wouldn't piss and moan so much. But I'm not fortunate. What I will say, the convenience of PlayStation, press one button, press another button, and I'm streaming to you guys, and I get my chat on screen. It's got a lot of pluses. It's got a lot of negatives. Kind of what I touched on earlier. I hate the fact that if the game crashes or I go to front end, the stream shuts off. So if I'm like streaming a game for you guys tonight for an hour and I want to change games, I can't just go out the game and reboot it. Everything shuts off, so I have to re-fucking load it. I would love that to be fixed. And I really hope the rumours are true that both are pushing streaming, because I think it's the way forward. It's a massive thing still. PlayStation, I'd like to see update it really good. I don't mind their system, but I think it needs a lot of tweaks. It needs just a lot of fucking good shit adding to it. But like I say, I'll be streaming properly in a few weeks' time. But anyway, what do you think, streaming? You're not a streamer, so it's an interesting thought. What you think?
I'm not, but since I bought the new laptop, I've done more videos this last 2 months than I have the last 2 years. You can probably see my YouTube starting to pick up a little bit, just with me doing stuff. I was streaming. When did we stream this week? Yesterday, I think I did a bit of Pez. So it's just, I think because the laptop's a bit more powerful, the camera's built in, the microphone's always sat here next to me, the Yeti. Even when I'm on the road,
setup is important.
Setup is really important.
It's the one big thing. Yeah, it's the one big thing new streamers make a mistake of.
I'm not normal because I put a little bit more investment than
you.
The average
You said
person.
it.
You know what I mean? Into this. So
I will also add that Ricky's kind of touched on there, and it's a good point. You don't have to have expensive equipment to have a good stream quality. You don't.
And it doesn't matter what you got. It's all about the personality, and if you like. I've got a lot of good equipment. No fucker likes me, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Nobody likes me, mate. Don't worry.
Content shit. So
you don't talk on it. I keep telling you, make your videos and fucking talk. It is one of the... Mate, I tell you, and I'll admit, I'll give you as many tips as you want, but when I turn any video on YouTube with the pricks not talking, it's off in a second. You're in a medium to communicate, and you don't like, fuck me.
Yeah, but one of the videos on my YouTube channel was for Uplay recently, not for the masses. I had to make it...
Do you know the thing, though? Yeah. You know the second biggest gripe for me on YouTube is when I like looking for a tutorial of something, like, difficult, and you put it on... And they're fucking typing on it. You've got a fucking camera. You've probably got a microphone and you're fucking typing. Oh. Anyway, last two questions. Both come from one of the old favourites of the show that's been with us for a while. Muttley Griffin. Welcome, mate. Another stream viewer. First question. Are there any games with any large expansions or updates coming out? Ricky's going to answer this. And that you want to jump back into? I know you went way back to WoW Classic, but with games like Destiny 2 getting a latest expansion, I wondered if there's anything else on yours or Ricky's radar. Well, we spoke about we might jump into Destiny 2 for shits and gigs. We'll see that. I might download it, just to download it and fucking have a go, I think.
What was it
any more for you?
Well, what was it? I think there was something. Yeah, fuck, what was it?
I will say, though, just while he's thinking...
I think it's The Division, because it's a Ubisoft game, and they're always trying to reel you back in with... Like, all of their DLC's free. All their chapters and expansions and things. They're free this year. So of course, once they come out... I don't
think all expansions should be free. That's another argument for a fucking question. Because don't you... I mean, I could argue, piss and moan about this for years. I've never been a fan of DLC and added content. You pay your fucking 50 quid, you get a game, you finish it, let's fucking get the next one.
Yeah, but if it's good quality, I think like the Witcher 3 DLCs, they're like such high quality, they're worth investment.
Right, we digress. Good point. Let me throw this fucker out to you. I'm not a DLC fan, as I said. Very little DLC. Fucking probably Diablo's probably the most. Question then. How many games do you think in recent times do you think we've had that you would class as had top quality DLC? Because I'm going to say here and now, I think most of it's been shit.
Horizon Zero Dawn, didn't that have a good one?
That was good, mate, but for some reason they fucking tripled the difficulty level, mate. Yeah, that was the
recent.
Do you know I've still not finished that? I'm on the last one and still not finished it.
Monster Hunter World.
That's great content.
That's meant to be very, very good. You know, when you see a DLC that's got, I mean, even Shadowkeep's meant to be really good on. So anything that's probably more than a tenner, but less than 30 quid it's got to be fucking almost like a game itself.
I think it also boils down to it's the developer in it. Your top developers with all the money can make good content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Blizzard.
Yeah, they've supported their games for fucking years. But then again, when you make 30 million a month, mate, for about 10 years, it's kind of going to pay off a bit, don't you think? Yeah. So Muttley's last question, blasphemous question, but we'll get there. Second non-gaming question. Right. My favourite topping for pizza, Muttley's that is baked beans and sausage on a deep pan. What's yours? Well, I'll just add, that's fucking horrendous, by the way.
Sounds like a great...
But I'll say this. I'm not a pizza fan at all. Very, very rarely as I get the piss took out of me on my social media, I do have Domino's. And yet they call me like I've got butlers and everything for it. He's got a menu now, seeing if there's pizza on his fucking menu.
Yeah. Let's see
I will say I'm not a pizza fan. I'm definitely not a frozen pizza fan. I do occasionally buy Iceland stuffed crust with hot dog from Iceland. They're only £2 a pop. The actual pizza on the top is a pepperoni one. And the actual pizza itself is not that fucking top quality. But I will spend the £2 just so I can sit and eat the crust with hot dog in. It's worth £2 on its own.
What a poor choice. Mozzarella pizzas. It's just a homemade pizza with mozzarella sauce.
Mate.
Mozzarella, tomato sauce, basil and prosciutto.
Prosecco.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not Prosecco. Prosecco is wine, isn't it?
Prosecco is wine. It's prosciutto. Prosciutto.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, prosciutto.
Should I have a lobster burger?
Oh, fuck, you'll throw up. What I would say, ring down the thing if you want that pizza and say, love, I'll have this pizza, but bang some chicken on it, love, will you, please?
No, I'm going to have a salad, I think.
Stop with the salad. He's fucking ordered salad every fucking night. He even shandied out of it. I tried to convince him to buy some calamari salad.
I forgot to tell you. You know that beer I had last night? Because we were watching the football live chatting, and I got
fridge and all.
Yeah, I went to my mini bar. opened a can, didn't I?
Go on.
And I woke up about 4 o'clock with a headache. It's my first beer in about 6 months.
He had a fucking glass of beer that's about fucking 12
It was a
hours.
half
If that...
pint, wasn't it? It was a half pint.
I don't think you're a half pint can either. Fucking... Anyway, finish the question.
Yes.
I'm not a big pizza fan, but I will spend £2 on a frozen one from Iceland that's got stuffed hot dogs through the crust. They're fucking lovely, mate, honestly.
That's nice. Yeah, I like stuffed crust, actually.
But it's got, the thing is, Domino's used to do the hot dog stuffed crust and they stopped.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? But for £2 they do a cheese one and a pepperoni.
Sorry,
Get one from
I do
Iceland.
like the ham and pineapple. Oh, no.
Yeah. Pineapple does belong on a pizza. I like chicken
nice.
and pineapple, though, is the best one.
That's nice, yeah. A bit of sweet corn. Chicken, pineapple and sweet corn. That'd be nice.
I don't like the fact when you have ham and pineapple on a pizza, I think the ham's just, there's not enough there. There's not enough substance to it.
Yeah, and I don't know if I like the meat feast because they come with the barbecue sauce. And I don't think barbecue really sits on a pizza. That's nice. But
the only pizza I have from Domino's is the Meteor, which is a barbecue base. Yeah. It's got meatballs on it. It's got fucking beef. It's got the lot, mate. And it's making... I'm actually salivating now. I could fucking eat it now.
I'll have to see if there's a... Oh, they don't
I just checked. Got no more questions. I think that's it now. We're wrapping. Right, more. Oh, wait. We've got one more. I don't want to miss any fucking one. Oh, here we go. It could be a discussion. It's from... Anthony again, it might be another bloke. So let's go. Question for this week's show, which should do some discussion. The hardware specs for the next generation consoles seems near identical in capability, which leads me to believe that games on both systems will look and perform equally fantastic. It's going to be a good argument, that. With that in mind, what aspects of the hardware, operating system and anything else do you want Microsoft and Sony to focus on to make their console more appealing than others to someone who will only buy one? He's been putting money away a month. And this is the kind of thing you don't realise. People can't fucking afford consoles every fart's end. Yep. This guy's putting fucking money away every month so he can get one console. So you tell me, and he's got a good point, they are going to be very similar in power this year. I think more people are going to be surprised.
Well, in which case, price is going to be a big factor.
But I will say, and I'm not trying to be...
practically the same spec, a 3-year-old PC. Then
they are.
They're going to be about as powerful as a... like I say, a 3-year-old.
They're saying about a year and a half when they come out is what they say.
Yeah. So I mean, they come out in a year. So they use the technology from last year. So it's about 2 years old, isn't it? So but if they're going to be both equal in power, the price is going to be big. Where your friends are, I think that'd be.
That just make that. I think that's one of the most relevant.
No, it isn't. If I want to play games with you, multiplayer. I'm wasting my time buying an Xbox.
Yeah.
Because you're not on it.
No, because it's a piece of crap. You see, I'm going to say another argument, and this is just personal.
Your opinion.
It's a lot more opinion nowadays, mate, and numbers don't lie.
Your opinion because you've got both.
Listen, numbers don't lie. Do you want me to quote?
But like this guy said, no, wait. If this guy's saying he can only get one, where are his friends? Then he's not going to get the other one to realise it's not good or it's better, is he? So.
This side of the coin, then. You have to, I think, and this is a great point, and this is kind of goes back to
I suppose you're going to say you've got to look on what's down the pipeline.
This is what I'm talking about, right?
The pedigree of the houses they've got.
Right, this is what I'm saying. You've got to look, if you are, definitely if you're a one console man, you have got to take a look at what's happened in the previous generation that's just gone. And if you're obviously, and I'm saying this truthfully, if you're looking at a manufacturer of a console that's only sold 35 million consoles compared to the 104 million of the other one, that is a very big thing to look at.
But in the first year and a half, 2 years, that's not... They're side by side for quite a while.
I'm going to ask you a question right here, right now, and we'll prove this later on next year.
Yeah.
How do you think console sales will go next time? Do you think they'll be the same as this, very one-sided? Do you think they'll be split? Or do you think Xbox might take over?
Well, you see...
I personally think that PlayStation will beat them again. Probably not as much as this one.
I don't know.
But I think install base is going to matter, mate. I really do.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, because, this bloody Game Pass thing, it keeps coming up.
Right. Listen, the Game Pass thing, right? And this is the other side of the coin. I was just about to say the other side of the argument is we're gamers, aren't we? Let's not piss about. Let's not beat about the bush. We're gamers. We want to buy and play the best games available to us. That's what we do. It's a hobby. Yeah. There's no denying the fact that this generation, PlayStation has had the best games to play as a gamer. Right?
Yep, Spider-Man, Uncharted.
Spider-Man, God of War, fucking Uncharted, you can reel them off. Yeah, try and reel them off on the Xbox, and I'm sad to say it, and I've got a fucker. You can't. There's literally nothing to hold your hand up and go, fuck, there isn't.
And next year we got the Tenchu, haven't we? The
Tenchu. PlayStation's still got some cracking games.
Last of Us 2. So, I mean, it does depend.
Where are you going to put your money next time? It's got to make a decision, mate.
Yeah, it does. I think I put my money in my investment for the next few years already, and I'm.
Yours PC.
I really
PlayStation, do. Yeah, PlayStation.
I probably will get one or the other.
I won't get both this time.
Not straight away. Eventually, you'll buy the other one.
More than likely, if I'm still doing the show next time, and I will get one for the show, obviously.
I've been on this show, 5 years now, I think.
5 years.
Coming up, or just gone. 5, maybe 6 years, coming next February.
Between 6.
I don't know, is it? Fucking hell. It's a long time. But,
don't make it that fucking bad, Jesus.
I might be touching with one of the longest.
You are.
Hosts,
you are.
Would I?
Yeah, you are. The second longest.
Me, guys. I keep going like a bad penny. But anyway, I'd never imagined that I'd have so. I mean, in my house now, I've got so many freaking consoles. I've got 3.
Why have you got that many?
Oh, because I've got kids. You know, I've got 3 PlayStations, 3 Xboxes, 3 Alienwares. Do you know what I mean? My whole
that's obscene. That's obscene.
Exactly. Since this show, I've just gone a bit nuts.
It's
obscene.
But
I don't think the next year will be like that. I think it'll be
okay.
one machine. I'll probably get.
Oh, here we go. Big sigh. Anyway. I will be getting PlayStation 5 day one because as a gamer...
Why are you putting your eggs in the basket already?
Right, because, and let me finish the sentence, as a gamer, like I've just described, which I am, you cannot argue. You can't see PlayStation just turning around next generation and fuck it, we're not bringing any good games out. I know...
Why is Matey Boy left, though? You know, there's something in that.
He's got fuck all to do with anything big at PlayStation.
You might know that round the corner there's a shit show coming and he's fucking jumping shit.
You know how long he's been there? Been there ages, mate.
Doesn't matter. We don't know the ins and outs of why he left.
You're taking into an equation.
There might be something in that might be bringing them down from the inside.
He is a minuscule part of PlayStation, irrelevant on the big picture. Not even close. He's only a spokesperson, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's a major... Yeah, but we'll look at what happened if...
That's like saying you're important to your company. Mate, that's like saying you're important to your company.
And I am a pivotal. Without me, the fucking looks like a house of cards.
Collapse. Well,
I'm taking them down from the inside.
The one good thing, it's exciting as always, isn't it? We love a good console in war.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. What price do you think they're going to be before we finish?
About 400, 450. I think they'll be about the same price.
449, I think.
I mean, the average price of a cheap PC is about...
I will say that Xbox cannot be more expensive than PlayStation.
No, they're about the same.
Yeah. Under any circumstances, mate, even if it's 30, 40, 50 quid, you can't afford it.
I think it's exciting times because they both have a little war about how much they can give you up front.
Of course
it won't be like last time when you buy a console, you got like one game with it. You know what I mean? You'll have it, you'll plug it in, you'll have
actually it's a good point.
Of back catalogue to download plus whatever they release on. You know.
Good point. What kind of package deals will they get? Will they just
like the guy says? You probably want camera. They might throw in microphones. Headsets really far. I mean, imagine if you get what's the headset, like the PlayStation?
Well, they do the golds, aren't they? They could afford a set of golds in that PlayStation 5, mate. That'd be a right seller.
There's that, and then Microsoft have got a link with Astro, is it? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, you know, headset, microphone, camera.
I would
throw the package in. Downloadable catalogue.
I would like to see PlayStation make a good quality camera for streaming purposes, because like
new controllers, aren't we?
New controllers, yeah, for PlayStation.
Two in the box would be a bloody delight.
Not going to happen.
One,
there you go.
But should do.
Anyway, shall we call it a night? It's 2000. It's 2 hours 43 minutes, so you've nearly got a 3-hour show.
Frickin'
Time is it there?
7 here. What is it? 7
Half
o'clock?
7 there. It's 5 o'clock here. Anyway, boys, might be streaming late. We had this argument last week. Does anybody know I'm going to be streaming late here? You don't. You've not had time to listen to the show. Anyway, the shit show that was, hopefully it's worked. For all I know, we've sat here for 3 hours. Fucking this not work. That'll be joyous, that will. Anyway, until next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.